Chapter 661. She knew that Madame Qi had a bad temper and liked to hit children. When Madame Qi heard Mu Lan's words, she felt even more disgusted. I still have to take it out slowly, just take it out when I tell you to. Hurry up. Since second sister-in-law has already done it, why can't you do it? Zhu Dainiu urged angrily when he saw Madame Qi dilly-dallying. Madame Qi pursed her lips. All right then, she would just take it out. Madame Qi picked up a small wooden stick and slowly dug out the feces in Zhu Qiaoer's anus. She was disgusted. She thought to herself that she would definitely teach this brat a lesson later. How dare she make her do such a thing? After she was done digging out Zhu Qiaoer's feces, she quickly wiped Zhu Qiaoer's butt. Zhu Dainiu was a little puzzled. Second sister-in-law, do you know why Qiaoer can't take the feces out? Zhu Dainiu was worried that something had happened to the child and whether she would get sick, so he asked casually. Mu Lan only knew that this was a normal thing. She didn't know why, so she shook her head. Zhao Yin explained from the side, it's because she usually eats too little oil. Without some oil in her intestines, it's naturally not easy to take the feces out. She just needs to eat more oil. Zhao Yin felt that the child was too pitiful, so she told Zhu Dainiu. Zhu Dainiu nodded. So that's how it is. His displeased gaze then landed on Madame Qi. Did you hear that? When you go back, give Qiaoer some oily food. Don't stuff anything delicious into your mouth. The child hasn't eaten her fill yet, and you're already taking care of yourself. Madame Qi was usually like what Zhu Dainiu said. If there was anything delicious at home, she would eat it first, then her husband and son, and finally her daughter. Madame Qi felt that it was useless to feed her daughter too much. Her daughter was a money-losing girl. When she grew up and got married, she would belong to another family. She would not be able to take care of her in her old age. Dainiu, I'm not eating for myself. Our son is only a few months old and needs my milk every day. If I don't eat more, where will I get the milk to feed him? You're so reasonable. Zhu Dainiu lightly snorted. You can eat by yourself, but now that Qiaoer is like this, you have to make something delicious for her alone. Got it? Dainiu, cook her a bowl of fried rice later. Add more sesame oil. But Zhu Dainiu replied. Hearing that she could eat fried rice, Zhu Qiaoer couldn't help but lick her lips. She was very greedy. Zhao Yuner glanced at Zhu Dainiu. She felt that Zhu Dainiu was not a bad person. He treated her daughter well, much better than some people. Some people valued boys too much and did not treat their daughter as a person. Dainiu, I'll continue to cook then, Madame Qi said. She ran away and busied herself in the kitchen. When Zhao Yuner saw this, the corner of her mouth could not help but twitch. Could this Madame Qi be a little more hygienic? She dug out Zhu Qiaoer's feces and went to cook without washing her hands. What a weirdo! Fortunately, she did not have to eat Madame Qi's cooking. Otherwise, she would feel disgusted just thinking about it. Mu Lan, I'll go back then. Zhao Yuner said goodbye. Okay Yuner, go and cook. Chapter 662. After dinner, the family sat in the house to rest. Daodu snuggled into Mu Lianfeng's arms. Daddy, Mommy, can Daodu ask you a question? Daodu looked up and asked. Mu Lianfeng smiled dotingly. Of course, Daodu can ask whatever you want. Daddy, Daodu feels that something is very strange. What's strange? Daddy, why do you pee standing up while Mommy and I pee while squatting? After Daodu asked this question, he put on a cute expression. Zhao Yun and Mu Lianfeng looked at each other and didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Mu Lianfeng didn't know how to explain it. After thinking for a while, he said, actually, Daodu can also pee standing up. You're still young, so you're only squatting. If you don't believe me, you can try standing up. Daodu listened to Mu Lianfeng and stood up to pee. Sure enough, he peed out without wetting his clothes. Daddy, it's really possible. Of course. Mu Lianfeng patted Daodu's head dotingly. Daddy, can Mommy do this? Mommy, you can pee standing up too. It's much more comfortable than squatting. Zhao Yuner's mouth twitched. She didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Daodu, you can, but Mommy can't. Why? Mommy, Daodu used to pee while squatting like you. Because Daodu is a boy and mommy is a girl. Girls can only pee while squatting. Really? Then it's a good thing that Daodu is a boy. It's so cool to pee while standing up. Daodu looked very excited. Zhao Yun smiled helplessly. Daodu was probably just doing it on a whim, right? In the face of Daodu's strange question, Zhao Yun did not find it strange, because she had also studied it when she was young and was curious about it. At that time, when she saw a boy peeing while standing there, she imitated him. In the end, she peed all over her pants and was chased and beaten by her grandmother, who scolded her and called her a silly girl. Now that he recalled that incident, he still found it very amusing. She suddenly burst into laughter, causing Mu Lianfeng and Daodu to look at her. Yuna, what are you laughing at? I still think it's good to be a man. It's convenient for men to do anything. How good would it be if I were a man? Mu Lianfeng said sadly, Yuna, if you were a man, what would I do? Would there still be a woman who could move his heart? Even if I'm a man, it's fine. We're still together. As long as two people love each other, regardless of gender, age, or other things. Mo Lianfeng was shocked by Zhao Yun's words. Yuna, I'm not gay. Huh, I'm just kidding. Don't take it seriously. Yuna, I hope you'll always be a woman. That way, I'll always be with you. Zhao Yuna was instantly unhappy. That won't do. Wouldn't it be too pitiful to be a woman forever? You should let me be a man instead, right? In the future, I'll let you be with me. After Zhao Yuna finished speaking, she covered her mouth. She wished she could slap herself a few times for saying such things. She did not dare to look into Mu Lianfeng's eyes. Mu Lianfeng's lips curved into an ambiguous smile. All right, then in the next life, I'll be a woman and you'll be a man. But in this life, Yun, when will you be able to enjoy my pleasure? Chapter 663. Zhao Yun smiled awkwardly. Let's talk about it in the future. Move a little further away. Being close to me makes me nervous. Mu Lianfeng stopped smiling. He decided not to tease Zhao Yun, because Zhao Yun was blushing furiously at this moment. The family went to bed after a warm moment. The next day, Zhao Yun woke up early as usual and busied herself with the breakfast stall. When she went to the breakfast stall, she saw that there were more customers than yesterday. The customers probably knew that she had come to set up the stall again. With Yi Li around, there were even more customers. After selling the stall in advance, Zhao Yun said to Liang Jinxiao, Mother, I'll go buy some pig's offal later. Liang Jinxiao was stunned. Yun, why do you want to buy pig's offal? That thing can't be eaten. It's smelly. Zhao Yun smiled and said, Mother, although it smells bad, I have a way to deal with it. Not only will it not be smelly, but it will also be very delicious. Really? Yes, you'll know when I let you try it later. Although Liang Jinxiao didn't dare to believe that pig's offal could be made into such delicious food, since it was Zhao Yunner who said it, then it was more or less the case. After all, her daughter could make so many delicacies that she had never seen before. Yun, why did you suddenly think of eating pig's offal out of the blue? Why didn't you eat it before? Mulan asked curiously. Zhao Yunner smiled. Because there was delicious food at home before, but I didn't think of eating it. This time, I have a scar on my forehead, so I went to a godly doctor to ask for medicine. However, this godly doctor doesn't care about money and is more interested in delicious food. I wanted to make something that he hasn't tasted before. Maybe I can ask for medicine? Zhao Yunner explained. Mulan nodded and said, Oh, I see. Yunner, no one has ever eaten the pig offal you made. If it tastes good, that would be great. If it doesn't, you'd better not frighten people. Otherwise, it would be even harder to get the medicine. Zhao Yunner smiled. Don't worry, sister-in-law Mulan. You'll know when it's done. When the time comes, don't yell that it's delicious. After Zhao Yunner said that, Mulan and Liang Jinxiao became curious. How did Zhao Yunner make pig offal taste good? Yi Li hadn't left yet. He sat at the stall and stretched out his ears to listen. He looked very gossipy. Zhao Yunner turned around and saw Yi Li like this. She couldn't help but smile and ask, Are you listening to our conversation? No. No. If you want to chat with us, then do so. It's fine. You don't have to act like a thief. Yi Li's face stiffened. Zhao Yuner said that he was acting like a thief? She didn't. Actually, he was only concerned about Zhao Yuner's situation. After Zhao Yuner turned around, he realized that there was indeed a scar under Zhao Yuner's bangs. It affected Zhao Yuner's beauty. Yi Li thought to himself that he had to help her get rid of the scar. Seeing that Yi Li didn't say anything, Zhao Yuner continued to smile. We're packing up. You should go back too. I'll bring you pig offal tomorrow. Zhao Yuner thought that Yi Li stretched out his ears to eavesdrop. It was probably because of the pig offal. After all, this man also had a soft spot for good food. He ate a lot at her stall every day. He was simply a foodie. Yi Li's heart warmed slightly. Okay. After packing up the stall, Zhao Yuner, Mulan, and Liang Jinxiao walked towards the market. Chapter 664. She didn't want to forget about these things. When they arrived at the meat stall, Zhao asked the boss about pig offal. Because Zhao had always bought pork from this stall and had sold a lot of pork, the boss gave a very low price. Miss, this thing can't be sold very well. If you want, I can give you 3 to 5 caddies, the boss said with a smile. Usually, they sold it for 1 copper coin per caddy, so the boss didn't think much of it. Zhao Yun didn't refuse. Thank you, boss. Miss, you're too polite. I'm counting on you to help me sell more goods in the future. Okay. Don't worry, boss. If I want to buy meat, I'll definitely come to your place. That's good, that's good. The boss responded happily. As he spoke, he took out a few skewers of pig offal from the bucket, tied them with a straw rope, and handed them to Zhao Yun. Zhao Yun took it and was about to leave with Liang Jinxiao when she heard a woman's voice behind them. Big sister. Liang Jinxiao and Zhao Yun both turned around and saw 2 women. One was about 18 or 19 years old, about the same age as Zhao Yun, and the other was about the same age as Liang Jinxiao. These 2 people were Zhao Yun's second aunt and cousin. Zhao Yun thought that it was really a coincidence that she had met the Liang family these 2 days. She had never met them before. Zhao Yun was even less familiar with her second aunt and cousin. The 2 families didn't have much contact with each other and hadn't seen each other once this year. After all, during the holidays, the 3rd branch would go to the uncle's house, not the concubine's house. Basically, they were from the countryside, and after the sisters got married, they didn't walk around much. Seeing Zhao Yuner and Liang Jinxiao turn around, Zhao Yuner's second aunt, Liang Jinfin, smiled and said, eldest sister, it's really you. Liang Jinxiao also smiled and said, second sister, why are you in Sun City? After all, they were sisters. The 2 of them had grown up together. Naturally, their relationship was much closer than that of old Zhao's sisters-in-law. Isn't it almost the Qingming festival? I'm here to visit my little brother and buy some joss sticks and paper money. My little brother is going to give birth in a few months. When Liang Jinfin said that, there was a smile on her lips and her face was full of pride. Zhao Yun stood at the side and sized up her second aunt and cousin. Her cousin's name was Su Zhaodi, and she had lived a much better life than her. Her second aunt had married into a good family. The Su family was a wealthy family in the village, and they owned 20 to 30 mu of land. They were considered small landowners. On the other hand, Su Zhaodi had also found a marriage that looked good in the eyes of the villagers. She married into a family in Sun City. They owned a coffin shop and sold joss sticks and paper money. They sold things from the dead because no one would want to save money from the dead. Therefore, the shop made more money. Su Zhaodi was wearing gold and silver now. The shiny gold bracelet on her wrist was very eye-catching. She was wearing a light green dress. The fabric was smooth and the color was bright. One look and one could tell that it was worth a lot. Su Zhaodi's in-laws were considered to be part of the upper middle class in Sun City. Indeed, they led a much better life than Zhao Yuner's family. Chapter 665. Liang Jinxiao remembered that the first time she saw Su Zhaodi was at her wedding a year ago. When a daughter got married, there was a need for a wedding banquet. As relatives, Liang Jinxiao and Zhao Wenhua went to the Su family to attend the wedding banquet. Su Zhaodi's wedding was very extravagant. The Su family set up more than 10 tables of banquet and the groom rode a horse to pick up the bride. This was a rare sight in the countryside. When Liang Jinxiao saw it, she was envious and thought how good it would be if Yun-er could marry into such a family. Unfortunately, Zhao Yun'er's life back then was not half as good as Su Zhaodi's. Liang Jinfen said, "It's all right. It's not too early for Zhaodi to have a child now. Look at Yun-er, her child is already 3 years old." When Liang Jinfen said that, Liang Jinxiao felt very awkward. This second sister of hers might not have any other intentions, but it made people feel uncomfortable when they heard it. As Liang Jinfen spoke, she looked at Zhao Yun-er and smiled at Zhao Yun. "This is Yun-er, right? You seem to have changed a lot." She looked much better and prettier than before. Her aura had improved a lot. Liang Jinfen did not know if she was hallucinating. "My Yun-er hasn't changed much." "Ha, big sister, have you arranged Yun-er's wedding? Why don't I introduce you to someone and try to find a good family? If you can marry into a good family like my Zhaodi, you can also enjoy a good life together," Liang Jinfen said with concern. Zhao Yun did not know if her second aunt was really concerned about her marriage or if she was pretending to be superior. Anyway, Zhao Yun did not like it. Compared to her second aunt was always smiling when they met. She did not mock or speak rudely. In fact, she was trying to put herself on a pedestal. Perhaps in Liang Jinfen's eyes, her family's life was too miserable. She pretended to be concerned and showed off how good her life was at the same time. Liang Jinxiao smiled embarrassedly. "Second sister, you don't have to worry about that. Yun-er's wedding can be arranged slowly. I still want to keep her by my side for a few more years." Liang Jinfen did not continue on this topic. Instead, she smiled and said, "Big sister, you're right. I want Zhaodi to accompany me for a few more years. Is good. She knows how to be filial, and if she marries into a good family, her father and I can enjoy a good life. She's much better than a son, to marry a wife and raise a child. For a son to marry a wife and me to raise a child." The reason why Liang Jinfen said that was not because she really thought that her daughter was good, but because she wanted to comfort herself. Although Liang Jinfen did not lead a hard life and came from a well-to-do family, she was not very well liked in the Su family. This was because she had only given birth to daughters after marrying into the Su family for so many years. In ancient times, if she gave birth to only women, she would be criticized behind her back. Giving birth to a son was very important to a woman. Because of this, no matter how good Liang Jinfen's life was, she still had a knot in her heart. That was, she could not give birth to a son. Actually, both sons and daughters are good. "I won't force them," Liang Jinxiao replied. Liang Jinfen did not look very happy when she heard Liang Jinxiao's words. Liang Jinxiao had 2 sons, so it was not painful for her to say such words. Chapter 666. Liang Jinfen said unhappily, "Yuna, you're too much. It's not easy for me to meet your mother. Let's chat for a while more. Otherwise, we won't have another chance. Why are you in such a hurry?" The corners of Zhao Yun'er's mouth twitched a few times. "How is this chatting? It's going to kill me if I continue chatting." "Then, second aunt, take your time to chat." Zhao Yun'er felt a little helpless. She just pretended that she didn't hear anything. Liang Jinfen pulled Liang Jinxiao to chat again. This time, he was still talking about how good his life was and how good it was for his daughter to marry into a good family. Liang Jinxiao didn't know what to say. He could only agree with Liang Jinfen. Mulan looked at Zhao Yun'er very sympathetically. She hated this kind of relatives the most. It was as if they were afraid that others didn't know that their family was living a good life. Zhao Yun'er stood there bored. Since Liang Jinfen wanted to say so, she would let him have his way. "Cousin, did you buy pig's offal?" Su Zhaodi pointed at the pig's offal in Zhao Yun'er's hand and asked. Liang Jinfen noticed the thing in Zhao Yun'er's hand. He pinched his nose and showed a look of disgust. "No wonder it stinks. It turns out that it's because of this." "And why did you buy this?" Su Zhaodi asked. Yuner said that we bought it to eat at home, Liang Jinxiao answered. She knew that Liang Jinfen would definitely say something after she finished speaking. In fact, she also felt that these things were inedible. Zhao Yuner said that they were edible and insisted on buying them. She could only believe Zhao Yuner. Hey sister, it's not that I want to say this, but this pig's offal is inedible. Since, no matter how poor your family is, you can't eat these things, right? Well, oh sister, I think I'll ask my brother to buy 1 kilogram of pork for you to eat. It's better to throw it away. If others know that your family is so poor that you're eating pig's offal, they'll laugh at you to death. Liang Jinfen pretended to be concerned, but he purposely talked about business to let the people around them know that Zhao Yuner's family was buying pig's offal to eat. As a result, the surrounding people cast strange looks in the direction of Zhao Yun, and some of them were sympathetic. But they were more puzzled. Why would she eat pig's offal? Sigh, just how poor are they? They actually bought so much pig offal to eat. Don't eat stinky your mouth. Right. Someone. Even if you give it to me, I won't accept it. Even if I wash it when I go back home, the house will stink. The strange looks of the people around them and their words made Zhao Yuner uncomfortable. She really wanted to curse them. Did she get in their way by eating pig's offal? She wasn't spending their money. Didn't they know how delicious the food was? Why did they criticize her now? Liang Jinfen continued to say hypocritically, Yuner, did you hear that? Everyone said that you can't eat it. Throw away the pig's offal. I'll buy some pork for you to eat. Zhao Yuner refused flatly. Aunt, it's okay. If I want to eat pork, I can buy it myself. I like pig's offal, so I bought it. Liang Jinfen never expected that Zhao Yuner would refuse. Chapter 667. Or was she embarrassed to accept their kindness? Yun girl, second aunt is being kind. Look at you, what is the meaning of this? You don't want to eat pork, but you want to eat pig's offal. You want to buy pork, but can your family afford it? Now that Zhao Yuner's family even ate pig's offal, she knew how poor they were. Naturally, she didn't believe that Zhao Yun could afford to buy pork. Liang Jinfen knew this, but she didn't feel any sympathy for Zhao Yun's family. Instead, she was gloating. Second aunt, I appreciate your kindness, but we really don't need you to buy pork for our family. All right, Yun girl, don't be so stubborn. If you can't afford it, then you can't afford it. It's no big deal. Are you afraid that second aunt will laugh at you? Zhao Yun really didn't know what to say. Why was her second aunt so dramatic? She could compete with her second aunt. The owner of the pork stall couldn't stand it anymore and said, This sister-in-law, you really misunderstood Miss Yun. She buys several jeans of pork from our family every day. How could she not be able to afford it? After the owner of the pork stall finished speaking, Liang Jinfen was stunned. She was frightened by the owner of the pork stall. What did this person say? Buying several jeans of pork a day? Even her family's in-laws couldn't eat meat every meal. Her eldest sister's family was so poor, how could they eat meat every meal? The owner of the pork stall must be lying. Boss, are you joking? If my niece could eat several jeans of pork a day, why would she eat this stinky pig's offal? Liang Jinfen meant that the owner of the pork stall was speaking up for Zhao Yun. In fact, it was impossible. What joke am I making? I'm telling the truth. If you don't believe me, then forget it. Yun's offal was given to her by my family. Maybe she just likes to eat it. You're too nosy. After that, the butcher ignored Liang Jinfen and continued to chop the pork bones. Liang Jinxiao stepped forward and said to Liang Jinfen, Second sister, our family has eaten enough pork. You really don't need to spend money to buy it for us. Yuner isn't being courteous with you either. Yuner has set up a breakfast stall in Yang City and she earns a little every day. Although it won't make our family rich, we can still afford to eat meat. When Liang Jinxiao heard this, he was very surprised and asked, Big sister, your Yuner is selling breakfast in Yang City? Yeah, it's been there for a while. It just rained a few days ago and didn't come over. I see. Liang Jinfen was calculating in his heart. Now that he had opened a breakfast stall, wouldn't his family not be that poor anymore? Liang Jinfan's original sense of superiority suddenly disappeared. He opened his mouth and didn't know what to say. Big sister, how's the business of your breakfast stall? Is it good? Liang Jinfan couldn't help but gossip. It's good. Liang Jinxiao nodded. He thought that his eldest sister really cared about him. When Liang Jinfan heard this, his face suddenly changed and he couldn't smile anymore. He felt very uncomfortable. Her eldest sister's family was rich. There would be fewer people who could show off their superiority in the future. Although they were sisters, sometimes jealousy was a strange thing. She just couldn't bear to see her sister living a better life than her. Chapter 668. Liang Jinfan smiled awkwardly, and there was a tinge of jealousy in his voice. Zhao Yun'er knew that Liang Jinfan was jealous of her. To put it bluntly, he did not want to see her family become rich. He could not bear to see their family doing well. Zhao Yun'er did not know what this kind of person was thinking, but she had seen people like Liang Jinfan in the 21st century. Yun'er, you're amazing now. If you have a way to make money, don't forget about your family. Liang Jinfan smiled and reminded her. Zhao Yun'er knew that he probably wanted her to sell breakfast together after seeing that she was making money. Second aunt, what are you talking about? Compared to your family and my cousin's family, we're just making a little money. We're not even close. It's good enough that you're interested in us. Zhao Yun'er said with a fake smile. Liang Jinfan did not know how to respond to Zhao Yun'er, but he felt indignant and uncomfortable. She did not understand. How could her elder sister's family make a comeback? Second aunt, my mother and I will leave first. We still have to buy some incense and paper money. Zhao Yun'er said again. Liang Jinfan quickly said, since you're buying incense and paper money, then go to my Zhaodi's house. Her family sells this. It's better to sell for my Zhaodi than to sell for others. Zhao Yun'er and Liang Jinxiao looked at each other. Since Liang Jinfan said so, they were too embarrassed to say no. It was understandable for relatives to help buy things. Hence, they could only nod. Liang Jinfan happily brought Zhao Yun'er and Liang Jinfan over. On the way, Liang Jinfan whispered in Su Zhaodi's ear, Zhaodi, ask your in-laws to sell more food. Sell it at a higher price. It'll be a waste if we don't earn, okay? Su Zhaodi nodded. Mother, I know. Liang Jinfan replied. If Zhao Yun'er and Liang Jinxiao knew about Liang Jinfan's plan, they would probably be furious. When they arrived at the Huang family's shop, Zhao Yun'er also met Su Zhaodi's in-laws. The Huang family had 3 brothers, all of whom were busy at home. Sure enough, businessmen had the look of a businessman. Every one of them looked shrewd. Su Zhaodi's man was only in his early 20s. His complexion was sallow and he was thin and weak. His eyes were small, but they shone brightly. Zhao Yun'er's first impression was that this person was a little shifty-eyed. Unfortunately, the ancient people felt that a man's family background was more important than his looks. Su Zhaodi's man was not good, but Su Zhaodi felt that she had married a good man. Seeing Zhao Yun'er coming over, the Huang family went up to greet her. Zhao Yun'er asked about the price of the joss sticks and paper money. Cousin, the joss sticks are 10 copper coins each, and the yellow paper is 30 copper coins each. When Zhao Yun'er heard this, she felt that the price was a little high. How could these things be so expensive? Cousin, how much do you want to buy? I'll get it for you. Su Zhaodi asked with a smile. Mulan leaned over to Zhao Yun'er's ear and whispered, Yun'er, what's wrong with your second aunt's house? The price is doubled. Yun'er, why don't we go to another shop? Mulan could not stand it. She could not let Zhao Yun'er suffer a loss. Since this was a relative's house, shouldn't the price be lower? Why was the price higher now? Wasn't it obvious that they were cheating? As an outsider, she felt that it was a little too much, so she reminded Zhao Yun'er. Chapter 669. Cousin, why are your candles and paper money more expensive than others? Zhao Yun'er asked directly without caring about her dignity. Cousin, that's the price of my stuff. It's the same when I sell it to others. Su Zhaodi pursed her lips and said with a smile, Are your things better than others? I don't think so. Cousin, we're family. Can't you make it cheaper? Well, Su Zhaodi looked at Liang Jinfen with a troubled expression. Liang Jinfen had helped her come up with this idea. Why was it Liang Jinfen's opinion now? Liang Jinfen walked over and said, Yun, we're all family. Why are you still talking about the price? Zhaodi won't cheat you. Zhao Yun couldn't help but roll her eyes. Won't cheat her? How could he have the nerve to say such things? He was obviously cheating her, but he actually said no. Second aunt, is that true? Of course. Zhaodi's stuff is always the same price. Zhao Yun's lips curled into a smile. Second aunt, you're not being kind. The price is twice as expensive as others. It's not easy for me to earn this money. Since we're relatives, I'm here to sell my stuff. Even if it's not cheaper than others, it's fine if I sell it at the same price. Yun, who told you that other people's stuff is half as cheap as Zhaodi's? Then you must have made a mistake. Liang Jinfen insisted. Anyway, she was shameless and shameless. She had the nerve to say anything. Sister-in-law, you're lying. 2 days ago, I heard that other people's stuff is half as cheap. You can't deny that your stuff is expensive, right? Mulan jumped out and spoke up for Zhao Yun. Zhao Yun wasn't angry. She would be angered to death. How could there be such a person? Second aunt. How could they specifically pick on people who were close to them and slaughter them? Liang Jinfen was slightly embarrassed for a moment, but then he immediately recovered. He mumbled, 2 days ago was 2 days ago. Today is today. The closer the Qingming festival is, the higher the price. Now, the prices of the other shops have doubled. Ah. Mulan laughed coldly. She wondered why Liang Jinfen was so good at bullshitting. She had never met anyone who was better at bullshitting than her. Zhao Yun also curled her lips and stared at Liang Jinfen. Her second aunt was so thick-skinned that she couldn't even complain about it. At this time, another customer came in and asked Su Zhaodi about the price. In front of Zhao Yun, Su Zhaodi could not quote the real price. She could only quote the price that she had just told Zhao Yun. When the customer heard that, his face immediately darkened. What kind of business is this? My neighbor came in with one price and I came in with another this afternoon. No matter how fast the price rises, it can't have doubled in half a day, right? Su Zhaodi was very embarrassed when the customer said that he wanted it. She looked at Zhao Yun and didn't know how to explain it. Liang Jinfen's face darkened. She seemed to be a little guilty. Zhao Yun looked like she was watching a good show. She was waiting to see how Su Zhaodi would deal with it. No matter what she said, she would offend someone. It must not be a good feeling. This was what she got for lying. What happened? Su Zhaodi's sister-in-law, Yang Qing, walked over and asked. The business in the shop was being handled by a few wives. Chapter 670. Yang Qing frowned. She asked Su Zhaodi what happened and scolded her. Third sister-in-law, how could you do this? The price of our shop is set by father and mother. It has never changed. What are you trying to do by charging them double the price? How are we going to continue our business? Are you going to pocket the extra money? This was how sisters-in-law were. They were always worried about each other. They were afraid that someone would take advantage of them. Su Zhaodi hurriedly said, Sister-in-law, no, I didn't. How could I think of putting the money in my pocket? Then what are you trying to do? Why is the price so much higher? Third sister-in-law, I didn't expect you to be this kind of person. I need to talk to father and mother about this. Yang Qing turned around angrily and was about to leave. Su Zhaodi panicked. Don't, sister-in-law. I only said it today. I never said it before. Then why did you say it today? Third sister-in-law, do you think anyone would believe you? Yang Qing asked sharply. Su Zhaodi opened her mouth and looked at Zhao Yun. How could she say it out loud? Sister-in-law, I will explain it to you later. Third sister-in-law, you have a lot of excuses. Don't talk about it anymore. I will talk to father and mother about it. Yang Qing did not want to listen to Su Zhaodi's explanation. She wanted Su Zhaodi to be scolded by her in-laws. Sigh. Su Zhaodi looked at Yang Qing's back and did not know what to say. Mother, what should we do now? Su Zhaodi frowned and asked. She was worried. Just tell the truth when the time comes. Liang Jinfen snorted softly. He gritted his teeth at Yang Qing. This woman really likes to meddle in everything. She really likes to meddle in everything. If Su Zhaodi was scolded, she would definitely kill her. Forget about Yang Qing. Now that Zhao Yun was involved in this mess, how was he going to explain this to her? Second aunt, you said that we are relatives and that you will not cheat us. Why did you double the price? Aren't you being a little too unkind by doing this? Yuner girl, I made a mistake in recruiting you. Liang Jinfen forced a smile and said with embarrassment. Zhao Yuner felt that Liang Jinfen was treating her like a fool. Did you make a mistake? His cousin was still so young, yet her memory was already so bad. Second aunt, you have to buy more pig's brains to nourish cousin Mei. They all say that whatever you eat will nourish you. Yuna, what are you saying? Second aunt, am I not doing this for my cousin? Zhao Yun hooked up the corner of her mouth. There was a hint of sarcasm in his smile. Liang Jinfen glared at Liang Jinxiao angrily. Sister, look at you. How did you educate your daughter? She's so unruly. Liang Jinxiao pursed his lips. Second sister, Yuner didn't say anything wrong. Okay. Liang Jinfen took a deep breath. He was getting angrier. Second aunt, cousin Mei, can you tell me why the price is so much higher? Aren't we relatives? How can you do this? I came here to sell my goods out of goodwill. How can you do this to me? Zhao Yuner asked aggressively. Mother. Su Zhaodi looked at Liang Jinfen. Her mother was thick-skinned but she was not. Now that she was exposed, she felt extremely awkward. She did not dare to look Zhao Yuner in the eyes. Chapter 671. Liang Jinfen waved her hand and started to chase them away angrily. After being exposed, she immediately showed such a shameless attitude. Zhao Yun was really speechless. Today was an eye-opener for her. There was actually such a person. It was best that she was not allowed to buy anything. She was too lazy to buy anything. Second aunt, since you said so, I will go to another shop with my mother. Don't say that I did not give you face and did not acknowledge my family. You were the one who was unkind today. As Zhao Yuner spoke, she tugged at Liang Jinxiao. After leaving the Huang family's shop, they heard faint curses behind them. It was Liang Jinfen's voice. The corners of Zhao Yuner's mouth twitched. Her second aunt was really strange. She had not even scolded her yet. How did she have the cheek to scold her? Mother, did you see that? Second aunt is like this. She even cheats her family. It's better for us to interact less with her in the future. Zhao Yun reminded. Zhao Yun was afraid that Liang Jinxiao would not be able to see through human nature and continue to be close to Liang Jinfen. Zhao Yun was still the same as Liang Jinxiao. She knew clearly what kind of people she could interact with and what kind of people she could not interact with. She did not want to suffer because of this. Liang Jinxiao sighed. Her second sister's behavior today had indeed disappointed her. Yun, I understand. Mother, it's okay. Those relatives are fine. It's fine as long as our family is together. Liang Jinxiao nodded and responded. Because of Zhao Yuner's words, she felt a slight warmth in her heart. Let's go to another shop to buy some things for the grave. Okay. The few of them bought the things together and went back. Along the way, the pig offal in Zhao Yuner's hands was smelly. The three of them also pinched their noses along the way. The stench was suffocating them all the way. Yuner, this pig offal has such a strong smell. Can it really be made into something delicious? Don't worry. Won't you know when you go back and do it? Zhao Yun maintained some mystery. If she did not know how to eat it, she would probably think the same as Liang Jinxiao and Mulan. The car finally arrived at Shuilan village. When the passers-by saw the pig intestine in Zhao Yuner's hand, they couldn't help but pinch their noses. Stinks. Why is it so smelly? That's right. This smell can kill people. It's the pig offal in Yuna's hand. Why did she buy pig's offal? I wonder if this thing can be eaten? My family is so poor, I don't even eat. Even if you eat wild vegetables, you won't eat this. Didn't you buy this thing to smoke people? Sigh. What can I do? They just bought it. Isn't Yun's family very rich now? Don't tell me they can't earn money? She even ate pig offal? Zhao Yun heard the villagers' discussion and complained in her heart. What did it matter to these people what she wanted to eat or buy? Why did they like to be nosy? Look, they don't even like pig offal. Mulan couldn't help but laugh. That's because they don't know what it means to turn waste into treasure. When I make it, they probably won't say anything. When you're done in the afternoon, you have to give me a few pieces to try. Don't worry, I'll send some to you when it's done. The car arrived at old Zhao's house. At noon, Zhao Yun prepared to have lunch with the third family. In the afternoon, she directly went to Miracle Dr. Hua's place. Chapter 672. When they arrived at the courtyard of old Zhao's house, they saw that all of old Zhao's family members were there. The stench of the pig offal in Zhao Yun's hands wafted over from afar, and everyone in the courtyard was disgusted. Zhao Xinhui pinched her nose and cursed, "What the hell is going on? It's so smelly, so disgusting." Li Chuiying added, "Yeah, it's so smelly. It smells even worse than the shit in the latrine." Second sister-in-law, can you watch your words? You only know how to disgust people. Zhao Xinhui looked at Li Chuiying unhappily. They still had to eat later. How could she eat when Li Chuiying said shit? Youngest aunt, your second sister-in-law is just a little outspoken. Slap yourself, slap yourself. Don't be angry. Li Chuiying smiled embarrassedly and slapped himself a few times. Zhao Xinhui rolled her eyes. As the saying goes, don't slap a smiling face. Zhao Xinhui saw that Li Chuiying was behaving like this and didn't say anything else. When Zhao Yun came over, she finally understood why it smelled. It turned out that it was the pig offal. It would be strange if it didn't stink when it was brought back. Zhao Yun, stay away from me. Take that dirty thing away. Don't come near me. It's so dirty, so smelly. Zhao Xinhui looked at the pig offal in Zhao Yun's hands with disgust and anger. Li Chuiying also chimed in, that's right. Is really too much. She brings everything back. Isn't she afraid that we'll be suffocated to death by the smell? What kind of person eats what kind of food? Even a lowly person eats lowly things. Zhao Xinhui complained unhappily, her eyes filled with disdain. Li Chuiying shouted at Liang Jinxiao, third sister-in-law, your family is so rich. Why did you ask Yun to bring this thing back to stink people? Hurry up and throw it far away. How can we stay in the courtyard because of you? Liang Jinxiao looked at Li Chuiying awkwardly and said, second sister-in-law, we just want to eat something. Can't you just bear with the stench? You made us puke, so you have to take responsibility. How? Of course it's to get us something delicious to make up for what we spat out. Zhao Yun'er took a deep breath. If you spit it out, you can eat it again. Do you want us to send you something delicious? What a beautiful dream. If you dare to make trouble for me again, I'll continue to scoop up dung for you to eat. Old Zhao's family members trembled in fear. Last time, Zhao Yun'er had sent a bucket of feces over. They still remembered it clearly. It wasn't like Zhao Yun'er hadn't done this kind of thing before. When Zhao Xinhui said this, Zhao Xinhui remembered what happened that day. His stomach churned, and he felt like vomiting. Stop it. Who wants your family's food? Second sister-in-law, don't talk nonsense. I won't say it, no. Zhao Yun'er, you lass, don't disgust people in the future. That's right. Last time it was feces, now it's pig offal. Don't tell me you brought back such a smelly thing for yourself to eat. Zhao Yun'er pursed her lips. What does it have to do with what I eat? Tell me now. When I get it out, don't make a fuss about eating it. Who wants to eat your pig offal? We'd rather eat boiled vegetables than eat your pig offal. Li Chuiying snorted. You treat this kind of junk as a treasure, and you think others are like you. Even if you give it to me, I won't eat it. Li Xinhui echoed. Chapter 673. Zhao Yun'er curled her lips. It would be best if they didn't eat hers. These people were the most delicious in old Zhao's family. Zhao Yuna was originally afraid that they would clamor to eat the pig intestines after smelling the fragrance. Okay, you said it. Don't make a fuss and say that you don't want to eat it later. After Zhao Yuna finished speaking, she carried the pig intestines over to the Zhao family's side. Zhao Yuna asked Liang Jinxiao to bring a basin of water and prepared to wash the pig intestines. At this time, Zhao Pinger and Ma Xiaofeng came over. Each of them had a flower pinned to each of their ears. Zhao Pinger was still so funny, but Ma Xiaofeng looked like a girl. After all, Ma Xiaofeng could be considered pretty. The fresh flowers reflected her small face, making her look delicate and very pleasant. When Zhao Tianan saw Ma Xiaofeng like this, his eyes were fixed on her. When Zhao Yun'er saw Zhao Pinger and Ma Xiaofeng, her mood was not very good. Especially Ma Xiaofeng, who was acting coquettishly. Was she deliberately seducing her brother? Mother, why is it so smelly? Yun'er bought pig intestines back for us to eat. Zhao Pinger frowned. No wonder it stinks. Mother, why did you ask Zhao Yun'er to bring this back? Yun'er will cook it for us later. How can we eat it if it stinks? Zhao Pinger asked angrily. Zhao Yun'er rolled her eyes. If you don't eat it, no one will let you eat it. Why are you talking so much nonsense? But you've stinked up the courtyard. Seeing that the two sisters were about to quarrel again, Liang Jinxiao could not help but say, That's enough, Pinger. When did Yun'er's cooking become inedible? The horse snake meat is inedible. Look, didn't Yun'er make some snake stew for us? After hearing what Liang Jinxiao said, Zhao Pinger agreed. Zhao Yun'er was not good at other things, but she was more capable than anyone else when it came to making food that had never been seen before. What if Zhao Yun'er could really make something delicious? What if Zhao Yun'er didn't let her eat it after she made such a fuss? So he quickly shut his mouth, but he was curious about what kind of food Zhao Yun'er could make from the pig's offal. Sister Yun'er, let me help you wash together. Ma Xiaofeng, who was at the side, eagerly stepped forward to help. Zhao Yun'er glanced at Ma Xiaofeng and replied indifferently, No, thank you. You can go and play with Pinger. Zhao Pinger also pulled Ma Xiaofeng and said to Ma Xiaofeng, Xiaofeng, why are you so kind? Can't you see that it's so dirty and smelly? Zhao Pinger frowned in disgust as she spoke. Ma Xiaofeng smiled and said, It's okay, Sister Pinger. It's too tiring to let Sister Yun'er work alone. Anyway, I have nothing to do. Let's help her. Hearing what Ma Xiaofeng said, those who didn't know better would think that Ma Xiaofeng was passionate and sensible. But Zhao Yun'er knew that Ma Xiaofeng was just showing off. Zhao Pinger quickly said a few words of praise. Mother, did you see that? Xiaofeng is so nice. If Tianan marries Xiaofeng, it'll be our family's blessing. I've never seen anyone more diligent and sensible than Xiaofeng. Liang Jinxiao smiled. Actually, she also felt that Ma Xiaofeng was quite good in other aspects, except that she was a little more scheming. She was much better than many of the girls in the village. Zhao Tianan responded shyly, Yes. Xiaofeng is very good. Chapter 674. Didn't they see Ma Xiaofeng's hypocrisy? Maybe they didn't want to believe it. In this way, her brother was even more poisoned by Ma Xiaofeng. Sister Xiaofeng is diligent. Zhao Yun'er chuckled. Since you want to help, then you can wash it. I just want to take a break. Ma Xiaofeng didn't expect that Zhao Yun'er would really ask her to help. She thought that Zhao Yun'er didn't like her and didn't bother to ask her to help. Ma Xiaofeng glanced at the pig offal in the basin. How could she wash such a disgusting thing? Ma Xiaofeng felt terrible when she thought that she had to touch the pig offal with her hands. What's wrong, Sister Xiaofeng? Didn't you help me wash it? What are you hesitating for now? Zhao Yun'er smiled and asked Ma Xiaofeng. She had already said it in front of Zhao Tianan, so it would be difficult to take it back. Ma Xiaofeng pulled the corners of her mouth, and the smile on her lips was a little unnatural. Sister Yun'er, I'm coming. Then I'll have to trouble you. Zhao Yun'er felt a burst of sourness in her heart. In fact, although the pig's intestines were delicious, the most difficult part was washing them. If they weren't washed well, there would be an unpleasant smell left. When people washed the pig's intestines, their hands would naturally be contaminated with the smell of the pig's intestines. You're welcome. Ma Xiaofeng gritted her teeth, squatted in front of the basin, and began to wash the pig offal. A stinky smell came to her face. Ma Xiaofeng's stomach churned, and she felt nauseous. But there was no other way. She still had to endure the nausea and continue to wash the pig offal. Zhao Yun saw that Ma Xiaofeng looked very painful and was still frowning. She couldn't help but want to laugh. She really deserved it. This woman, it was impossible to not let her suffer a little. Zhao Yun directed Ma Xiaofeng from the side. There was a technique to washing pig offal. If it was not handled well, the smell would be very bad. Zhao Yun used modern methods to deal with the pig's offal. First, she let Ma Xiaofeng scrape off the fat on the outside, and then used scissors to cut along the intestines. After that, he added some flour and salt into the basin, added a little water, and rubbed the large intestine repeatedly until a large amount of glue was produced. Then he rinsed it with clean water. After this, Ma Xiaofeng couldn't help but spit out a few mouthfuls of saliva. She really couldn't stand it. Zhao Yun didn't have to do anything herself, so she was free. He could eat delicious food without dirtying his hands. After waiting for Ma Xiaofeng to finish, Zhao Yun asked the cooking wine to add some water and scrub it again. After rinsing it clean, the pig offal was almost done. It doesn't smell as bad anymore. Ma Xiaofeng said. Yeah, it doesn't smell as bad anymore. Zhao Pinger also said with some surprise. Second sister is still the best. Second sister knows everything. I told you. Yun said it can be eaten, so there must be a way to make it not smelly, Liang Jinxiao said with a smile. He knew that his Yun was good. Sure enough, she could handle these things well. In other words, Zhao Yun never let them down. Sister Yun, it's done. Ma Xiaofeng handed over the cleaned pig offal. When she got up, she felt a pain in her waist, and her arms were unusually sore. After all, she squatted and scrubbed for such a long time, her body couldn't bear it. Zhao Yun took it and didn't say anything. Zhao Tianen said from the side, Xiaofeng, it's been hard on you. It's okay. Ma Xiaofeng shook her head, looking like she wasn't afraid of hardships. Chapter 675. Zhao Tianan requested. Firstly, he really hoped that Ma Xiaofeng would eat at his house. Secondly, he felt that Ma Xiaofeng had come over to help. She had worked so hard, so it was only right for her to stay for a meal. How could Zhao Yun not know what Zhao Tianan was thinking? She curled her lips. Tianan, it's not that I don't want you to stay, but Xiaofeng also has to go back home to eat. Her mother didn't agree, so she definitely can't come over casually. Ma Xiaofeng twitched the corners of her mouth and said to Zhao Tianan, Yes. Tianan, my mother still has to wait for me to go back to eat. If I don't go back, I think my mother will scold me. I see. Zhao Tianan seemed a little disappointed. Then, second sister, Xiaofeng helped us wash the pig offal. She worked so hard for so long. Should we give her some to try? Zhao Tianan requested again, as if he was afraid that Ma Xiaofeng would work for nothing. Zhao Yun had never seen such a sighting. This younger brother of hers. Zhao Yun really didn't know what to say. Why did his IQ suddenly drop when he met the person he liked? Xiaofeng helped us out of kindness. If we give her pig offal, it will seem like she helped us to eat these things. Even if I give it to her, Xiaofeng won't want it. Don't you think so, little sister Xiaofeng? Ma Xiaofeng naturally could only agree. She couldn't say that she wanted to take advantage of Zhao Yun's family. Big sister, you're right. You guys can eat. Don't worry about me. Zhao Tianan sighed. He still felt a little guilty toward Ma Xiaofeng. Xiaofeng, we've really troubled you today. It's okay. Ma Xiaofeng said with a smile. Zhao Yun did not waste time in front of Ma Xiaofeng. Instead, she went into the kitchen and began to make pig intestines. Zhao Yun poured a lot of hot oil into the wok. After the oil heated up, she put in the dried chili, garlic, and ginger slices and stir-fried them. After that, she put in the washed intestines and stir-fried them. Then she added salt, cooking wine, sauce, vinegar, and star anise. After frying it for a while, he added some water and began to simmer it. After stewing for 20 to 30 minutes, the intestines softened and became chewy. When Zhao Yuner saw that it was almost time to collect the juice, she began to fill the plates. Such a big pot of intestines was enough for many people to eat. The originally smelly smell, after Zhao Yuner's treatment, only felt very fragrant at this moment. The people in old Zhao's courtyard could not help but look over. If they did not know in advance that Zhao Yuner made it with pig intestines, they would have thought that Zhao Yuner was making something delicious. They couldn't figure it out. It was obviously a stinky pig offal. Where did Zhao Yuner get the ability to make delicious food? After smelling the fragrant smell, they began to regret it. If they had known earlier, they would not have mentioned Zhao Yuner. Maybe they could have eaten a mouthful later. Second sister, it smells so good. When can we eat it? Zhao Tianfu came over and asked with a smile. He had a greedy look on his face. Zhao Yuner patted Zhao Tianfu. Come, try a piece first. Now go and call Daodu and his father to come over and eat. Zhao Tianfu nodded and opened his mouth to take a piece of pig intestine that Zhao Yuner handed over. Second sister, it's delicious. It's a little spicy and fragrant. It's really delicious. Zhao Tianfu took a bite and exclaimed, It's delicious. Come back later and eat more. Hurry up and call them. Got it, second sister. Chapter 676. After the intestines were fried, Zhao Yuner seized the time to stir-fry a few salted vegetables and stir-fry water celery. They were plucked from the drain and tasted delicious. They were not inferior to the vegetables grown in the vegetable garden. Most importantly, they did not cost any money. They were purely natural and pollution-free. They were good things in modern times. In addition, she stir-fried chives with scrambled eggs, braised tofu, and a bowl of egg soup. It was very sumptuous. The most important thing was the intestines. The spicy intestines tasted the best with wine. Yun, this pig offal looks really good. You little girl, you know how to make these things that others don't. Liang Jinxiao sighed. Mother, try it too. Zhao Yuner picked up a piece and handed it over. Liang Jinxiao was a little embarrassed. After Zhao Yuner urged him, he took it. Mother, what do you think of the taste? Zhao Yuner asked with a smile. After Liang Jinfen tasted it, he nodded and praised, Not bad, not bad. Yuner, it's delicious. I think it tastes better than pork. Ha, really? Yes, it tastes different from pork. It's very tasty and refreshing. It has a different taste. It's not greasy. It's really delicious. It'll go well with your father's wine later. Okay, father can drink more wine later. Anyway, there's still a lot in the pot. Your father can enjoy the food now. Seeing that Zhao Tianfu and Liang Jinxiao both said it was delicious, Zhao Ping could not hold back. The reason why she did not eat before when she smelled the fragrance was that she was afraid that it would not taste good. Since Zhao Tianfu and Liang Jinxiao both said it was delicious, the taste must not be bad. Therefore, she rushed to Zhao Yuner and asked Zhao Yuner, can you give me a piece too? I want to be late too. Zhao Yuner pursed her lips and rolled her eyes at Zhao Ping. If you want to eat, can't you pick it up yourself? Why do you need me to pick it up for you? What kind of mentality was this? She felt that it was normal for her to pick up food for others, but it was strange for her to pick up food for Zhao Ping. Stingy. Zhao Ping grumbled unhappily. Don't you have hands? If you don't want to eat, then don't eat. No, I want to eat. Zhao Ping quickly picked up a pair of chopsticks and picked up a piece of intestine from the plate. After eating it, he exclaimed, This is too delicious, right? Was it really made from pig offal? Why isn't it smelly at all? It's so fragrant and delicious. If she had not seen with her own eyes that Zhao Yuner used pig offal to make it, she would never have believed that pig offal could be made into such a delicacy. After eating one piece, Zhao Ping could not help but pick up another piece. The more she ate, the more she wanted to eat. Seeing that Zhao Ping was eating shamelessly, Zhao Yuner scolded, Zhao Ping, are we still going to eat if you eat like this? Are you the only one eating? You're already so old, but you don't know anything. Zhao Ping angrily waited for Zhao Yun because Zhao Yun had already removed the plate. There's so much pig offal. It's not like it's not enough. Why don't you give it to me? No matter how much pig offal there is, it won't be enough if you eat like this, Zhao Yun replied lightly. Stingy. Chapter 677. That's right, Ping. Even if you want to eat it, you have to wait for your father to come back first. Yun is right, Liang Jinxiao agreed from the side. Zhao Ping felt very annoyed at being nagged by Zhao Yun and Liang Jinxiao. If not for the fact that she was afraid that Zhao Yun would not give her pig offal, she would definitely argue. Hence, she replied impatiently. I know. Just as they were talking, Zhao Wenhua walked in from outside with two middle-aged men behind him. Zhao Yun walked over and greeted Liang Jinxiao and Zhao Yun. We're preparing to build the foundation in the afternoon, so I called Yu Kai and Gui Zhen over. Yun's mother, cook more food and entertain them well at noon. They were all from the same village. First, it was to show respect to them. Second, it was to entertain them well so that they would work harder in the afternoon. Otherwise, it would be easy to deal with them. Liang Jinxiao smiled and said, "What a coincidence today. Yun made pig offal for us. It tastes very good. You can eat it with wine later." When he heard pig offal, Zhao Wenhua's first reaction was that it smelled very bad. So he quickly waved his hand and said, "Yun's mother, let's make something else to eat. Don't bring the pig offal to the table, so as not to let people think that we are doing it on purpose, deliberately not treating them well." Everyone knew what pig offal was. If they served them with this, they would offend people. Seeing Zhao Wenhua's nervous reaction, Liang Jinxiao laughed. "Yun's father, why are you so afraid? Let me tell you, the pig offal made by Yun tastes different from the pig offal we make. Yun's food is delicious. Do you smell the fragrance?" Zhao Wenhua sniffed. "Hey, I didn't notice it until you mentioned it. Now that you mention it, I do smell a very fragrant smell. It's also delicious. You'll know when you taste it." Zhao Wenhua replied with a smile. That's good. We can treat them well this afternoon." Zhao Wenhua glanced at the dishes on the table and felt that it was a sumptuous meal. Ordinary people would not have this kind of food. "Father, since you're here to drink, I'll fry another plate of peanuts for you," Zhao Yun said as she turned around and continued to work on the stove. She had just bought these peanuts. Because her family was building a house, they invited the workers for lunch. Naturally, lunch couldn't be shabby. At the very least, there had to be a few dishes that went with wine. These peanuts were the best with wine. After they were fried in the wok and sprinkled with some salt, they were fragrant and crispy. They were very tasty. Zhao Wenhua invited the two men into the house. Liang Jinxiao placed the dishes on the table of the third branch. Come, Hi, brother Gung, let's eat." Zhao Wenhua invited the two men to sit down. Then he went to get a jar of wine. Chapter 678. Zhao Wenhua smiled and said, "My second daughter prepared it. I didn't know about it either." Su Yukai and Gui Zhen thought that Zhao Wenhua was just being polite to them. They were very touched and felt that Zhao Wenhua was very kind. Indeed, it was good to interact with people who were kind. Even a meal would be comfortable. At this time, Mu Lianfeng also came over with Daodu. The entire third branch gathered together and prepared to eat. There's so much pig offal. Do you want to send a bowl to your grandfather? So that he can eat it with wine? Zhao Yun nodded. Mother, you can fill a bowl. For Zhao Baoshan, there were times when he had to keep up appearances. He couldn't allow others to use it against him and say that the three of them were unfilial. Of course, when it came to supporting the elderly, even if they were separated from the family, the rest of them had to take care of it together. Okay, I'll fill a bowl for your grandfather. But Zhao Yun nodded. After Liang Jinxiao was done, Zhao Yun scooped up the intestines that were meant for Miracle Dr. Hua and Mulan and brought them into the third branch's room. There were still some intestines left in the pot in the kitchen. Old Zhao's family had also started to eat. There weren't any good dishes for lunch, so they plucked a few cabbages from the vegetable garden and boiled them. They added 2 drops of sesame oil to a large plate of cabbages. There was also a large plate of potatoes. They were sticky and didn't have much oil in them. There were also a few cornbread on the table. Everyone's bowl was filled with rice mixed with wild vegetables. These things didn't look appetizing at all. Liang Jinxiao seemed to have forgotten that he used to eat these things when he came over. He had been eating so well recently that even his mouth had become picky. Father, Yun, made pig offal. I scooped a bowl for you to try, Liang Jinxiao said with a smile. Zhao Baoshan chuckled and took it from her. Third daughter-in-law, you're so thoughtful. It's okay, father. Yun, made a lot. We have enough to eat. That's good. I'll accept it then. Originally, Zhao Baoshan felt embarrassed to take things from the third branch. After all, they had already separated from the family. He couldn't always eat from the third branch. Liang Jinxiao smiled and said, Dad, it's okay. We're family, so you don't have to be so polite with me. You're right, we're a family, Dad. If there's nothing else, I'll go back first. I'm going to eat. Zhao Baoshan waved his hand. Hurry up and eat. Don't starve yourself. All right, Dad, take your time. Got it. After Liang Jinxiao left, the other members of old Zhao's family stared at the small bowl of intestines on the table. The fat intestines looked delicious. Coupled with the fragrant smell, it was really tempting. When they smelled the aroma, they wanted to eat it. Unfortunately, they couldn't. They didn't expect Liang Jinxiao to send a bowl over. Zhao Baoshan hadn't picked up his chopsticks yet, but the others were already eyeing the bowl of intestines on the table. Zhao Xinhui picked up her chopsticks and was about to eat when Zhao Baoshan stopped her. Zhao Benshan scolded Zhao Xinhui, Don't you know what you're doing? I haven't eaten yet. Your third sister-in-law sent it over for me to eat with wine. You should eat it first. After being scolded by Zhao Baoshan, Zhao Xinhui retracted her chopsticks and pursed her lips. Dad, I'm just eating a piece. What's the big deal? Chapter 679. Zhao Wenshi hurriedly said. He was afraid that Zhang Xinhui would be so willful and greedy that the entire bowl of intestines would end up in Zhao Xinhui's mouth. What else could the others eat then? If the other person couldn't get a piece of intestine, he couldn't let Zhao Xinhui eat first. What if the remaining intestines didn't end up in his hands? He was a glutton and wanted to have a taste of the intestines. Zhao Wenshi chimed in, That's right, little sister. If everyone gets a piece of intestine, why should you eat first? Besides, it's you and your sister-in-law today. Our mother said that she didn't want to eat the pig's offal because it smells bad. She even said that she didn't want to eat it in front of Yun. She definitely doesn't want to eat it now, right? After Zhao Wenshi said that, Zhao Xinhui, Hua Chunhua, and Li Chuang instantly regretted it. Why were they so cheap to say such things at that time? If they had known that Zhao Yun could make pig's offal into such delicious food, they definitely wouldn't have said such things. Zhao Baoshan snorted softly. Since they said that they don't want to eat it, then they shouldn't eat it now. Otherwise, you will scold them. Father, you're right. We can't offend Yun. She won't send us any delicious food in the future. Zhao Baoshan grunted in agreement. He wasn't worried that if he offended Zhao Yun wouldn't send him food in the future. Instead, he felt that these women were really cheap with their mouths. Why did they have to find fault with Zhao Yun for no reason? Father. Zhao Xinhui looked at Zhao Baoshan unwillingly. Woman, it's fine if I don't want to eat it, but you should at least give some to Hui, right? Hua Chunhua began to feel sorry for her daughter. Eat, you only know how to eat. Didn't they see how old she was? It was fine if she couldn't get married, but the family provided her with food and drinks. Now that they hadn't even chased her out, she still wanted to eat well. If this happens again, we should quickly find a random family and marry her off, so that she won't always be an eyesore at home. Zhao Baoshan also said with some anger. What kind of family would raise a girl who would stay at home and not marry? He was already being polite by letting Zhao Xinhui stay. If he always tolerated this daughter of his, it would only encourage her to be willful. Zhao Xinhui was also angry. Did her father have nothing to do with her? Really? Zhao Xinhui threw her chopsticks on the table and walked away angrily. It's just getting married. She was as beautiful as a flower and as delicate as jade. She was the flower of the village. If she really wanted to get married, could it be that she couldn't get married? I'm just waiting for a good man to marry. If she could marry a good man, her whole family would be able to enjoy a good life. Now, he actually said this about her. Ooh. Hu Chunhua saw that Zhao Xinhui was angry and immediately became anxious. She wanted to chase after her, but she was stopped by Zhao Baoshan. Run, run, run. Just let her run. I want to see where she can run to. If I don't discipline her, she won't know any rules. Old woman, if you dare to chase after her, don't come back. After Zhao Baoshan said this, Hu Chunhua didn't dare to chase after her. Old man, why are you sulking with Hui? Is still young and doesn't know any better. Zhao Baoshan rolled his eyes at Hu Chunhua. She's already so old and you're still saying that she's young. They say that a loving mother will spoil the son. Sure enough, that girl was spoiled by you. Chapter 680. In fact, it was fine if she was biased. The main thing was that Hu Chunhua would usually secretly give Zhao Xinhui anything delicious to eat. Their sons didn't get a share even when they saw it. There wasn't much good food at home to begin with, but it ended up in Zhao Xinhui's mouth. No matter how they thought about it, they couldn't accept it. Hu Chunhua rolled her eyes at Zhao Wenshui. Zhao Benshan was currently in a fit of anger, but he was adding fuel to the fire. He was probably doing it on purpose. Mother, I'm not wrong either. You gave birth to our sons, and so did little sister. They're all your flesh and blood, so you should dote on them. Mother, big brother and I have done the most work, so you should dote on us the most. Zhao Wenshui continued. Zhao Wenshu added, that's right, mother. If you want to dote on someone, you should dote on your sons. Second brother and I are second aunts, so we should take care of you in the future. Shouldn't we do better than little sister? You two brats, shut the hell up. It's fine if you have your wives to dote on you. Why do you want me to dote on you? Hu Chunhua replied angrily. Mother, that's different. If you say that, then marry little sister off and let her have a man to dote on her too, right? Don't talk nonsense with me. How can you say such things? Hu Chunhua was about to start cursing again, but Zhao Baoshan stopped her. All right. Stop talking. Sit down and eat with me. If you don't want to eat, then get out of here. Old Zhao's family finally stopped bickering. Zhao Wenshu and Zhao Wenshui were drooling over the pig intestines on the table. Father, big brother and I have been working hard at home. Can we have a taste of this pig intestine? That's right. Second brother and I are tired from working, so we have to eat something with oil. Only then will we have the energy to work. Zhao Baoshan couldn't help but be displeased when he saw that his two sons were still so greedy. If the two of you eat, then how are the children going to eat? There's only so much here. I still have to eat 2 pieces of wine, so there's not enough left to share, Zhao Baoshan said. Father, just let the children not eat. Why should we give them so much good food? Father, they're not young anymore. They don't need to eat it. Zhao Baoshan snorted, with the shame. But father, that's enough. Children, take 1 each. You can eat when there's more. Zhao Baoshan instructed. Seeing Zhao Baoshan's cold face, Zhao Wenshui and Zhao Wenshu couldn't say anything even if they had objections. Therefore, the children of old Zhao's family each took a piece. In the end, there were only a few pieces left. The women didn't miss out. Zhao Wenhua and Zhao Wenshui also ate the piece each. After tasting the pig intestines, they were all praising it. It was really delicious. Father, this goes well with wine. It's just that it's a little too little, Zhao Wenshu said. Zhao Baoshan agreed that the pig intestines were delicious. It was indeed not bad. He had eaten so many things, but he hadn't eaten anything better than this. It's good enough that they sent you some. How much more do you want to eat? Zhao Baoshan replied. Father, this isn't expensive. Let's go to town and buy more later. When the time comes, we can ask Yun or teach us how to make it. Then we can eat delicious pig offal. Chapter 681. Can Yuner teach us how to cook it? Why not? I didn't ask her to do anything. I just wanted to teach her. She doesn't want to do it? Okay, second daughter-in-law, tell Yuner later and ask her to teach you. Zhao Baoshan instructed. Li Chuang nodded and agreed happily. Got it, father. Li Chuang didn't get to eat the delicious pig intestines, so there was a knot in her heart. If she could cook and eat by herself, it would be good. She could eat to her heart's content. Okay, let's eat. Okay. In the room of the third branch, the family was eating happily. Zhao Ping'er ate a large plate of the delicious pig intestines alone. She leaned on the table and ate with her mouth full of oil, which made people feel disgusted. Zhao Ping'er's table manners were very different from Zhao Yuner's polite and sensible manners. In Su Yukai and Guiguigan's eyes, Zhao Ping'er's table manners were very different. Zhao Yuner kept asking them to eat and drink, but she didn't eat much. Zhao Ping'er only cared about eating and didn't care about the others at all. Su Yukai and Guiguigan thought that Zhao Yuner was very good. She was such a good girl, but she was caught by the villagers and got pregnant before marriage. She was really wronged. In fact, Zhao Yuner didn't want that kind of thing to happen, but it happened to her. She couldn't do anything about it. As the two of them ate, they praised Zhao Yuner in front of Zhao Wenhua. Brother Wenhua, Yuner is really good. She's sensible and filial, and her cooking skills are good. You're really lucky to have such a daughter. After being praised by Su Yukai and Guiguigan, Zhao Wenhua laughed heartily. Yuner's cooking skills are good. More. I'll ask Yuner to cook more meals for you later. Su Yukai and Guiguigan were even happier than if they were given processing fees. After all, money was money. It was still very important to eat and drink comfortably. In life, how many days could one live comfortably? Good. Yuner's cooking skills are really good. She's better than many chefs. Many banquets in the village were cooked by the chefs of restaurants. Compared to these people, Zhao Yuner's cooking skills were much more exquisite. Seeing that these people kept praising Zhao Yun, and not herself, Zhao Ping'er's heart did not feel good. She lifted her head from the table and hurriedly tried to be attentive. Uncle, you should eat too. More. Don't be shy. Zhao Ping'er said as she picked up 2 pieces of pig intestines from her bowl. Su Yukai and Guiguigan saw that the food came from Zhao Ping'er's bowl and Zhao Ping'er's mouth was full of greasy lard. They couldn't help but feel disgusted. Zhao Ping'er was still eagerly waiting for Su Yukai and Guiguigan's praise, but she didn't expect that her behavior would make others feel disgusted. Ping'er, eat by yourself, eat by yourself. Yes, eat more if you want to eat. We can take our own food. Su Yukai and Guiguigan smiled embarrassedly and twitched the corners of their mouths. But, Ping'er, how can you take food from your own bowl? You're so unruly. Liang Jinxiao scolded, and then hurriedly said to Su Yukai and Guiguigan, Hey, Ping'er is not sensible. Don't mind her. Chapter 682. Yes, sister-in-law, you can teach her slowly in the future. Hearing Su Yukai and Guiguigan's words, Zhao Ping'er suddenly felt unhappy. Why was it that everyone was praising Zhao Yuner, but what she was doing was wrong? How infuriating. She just couldn't accept being said to be worse than Zhao Yuner, as if she was really worse than Zhao Yun. Zhao Yuner couldn't help but roll her eyes and complain in her heart. She really couldn't stand Zhao Ping'er, this idiot. She was specifically making their family lose face. Fortunately, she didn't take it to heart. Otherwise, her behavior would be too impolite. After Zhao Yunan quickly ate a few mouthfuls of rice, he said, Father, mother, second sister, I'm full. I'll go out first. Seeing Zhao Tianan eat in such a hurry, Zhao Yun didn't know if her brother had something to do or was embarrassed because there were guests. However, there were also people who stopped Zhao Tianan and allowed him to go out. This child is getting more and more careless. Liang Jinxiao shook his head and sighed. Speaking of Zhao Tianan, Su Yukai and Guiguigan became interested. Seeing that Zhao Tianan wasn't young anymore and had reached the age of marriage, they asked, Is Tianan ready to get married? Liang Jinxiao replied, I want to find a suitable girl for him, but I haven't found one yet. That's good. My niece is 1 or 2 years younger than your Tianan, so she's quite suitable. Do you want to help introduce the two children? Su Yukai asked with a smile. Liang Jinxiao's interest was immediately piqued when he heard this. Sure. Big brother Su, if the two children get married, you'll be our family's matchmaker. That's fine. I'll help set up a connection between your two families. You can arrange it later. Su Yukai said. If it had been in the past, she probably wouldn't have introduced her niece to old Zhao's family. Now, the third branch's life was getting better and better. Most importantly, Zhao Wenhua was a kind person. If she married into such a family, she would be able to live a good life in the future. Who wouldn't want their daughter to find a good husband? Alright, thank you, Brother Su. It's fine. If these two families can get married, it's also fate. It's a good thing to have a marriage. What are you thanking me for? Brother Su, what you said makes sense. Zhao raised her head again. Mother, it's enough that Tianan and Xiaofeng are together. Why do you still have to introduce him to someone else? Could it be that you don't want Xiaofeng to marry into our family? Liang Jinxiao glared at Zhao. That's enough. Don't spout nonsense. Xiaofeng's matter hasn't been settled yet. Has her mother agreed to it? She saw Liang Jinxiao's sullen face. She rarely saw her mother like this. She pursed her lips and didn't dare to say anything else. However, she still had to tell Ma Xiaofeng about this matter. Her mother was right. If Ma Xiaofeng wanted to marry into their family, Ma Xiaofeng's mother had to agree to it first. Otherwise, it would just be Ma Xiaofeng and Zhao Tianan's wishful thinking. Once Ma Xiaofeng's mother was settled, her parents might be able to prepare for the marriage between the two families with Ma Xiaofeng's mother. Chapter 683. Zhao Yun was also very happy to hear that. If the girl she found for Zhao Tianan could satisfy Zhao Tianan would naturally alienate Ma Xiaofeng. Then, she wouldn't have to worry so much about Ma Xiaofeng's scheme succeeding. The more girls there were to choose from, the more Zhao Tianan would know how good other girls were. Perhaps he wouldn't just miss Ma Xiaofeng. Mother, you guys talk. I'll go to the kitchen first. Zhao Yun said. She was about to put the remaining intestines on a plate and bring them over. After all, these people were eating happily. It seemed that they didn't eat enough. Then let them eat more. Anyway, it wasn't very valuable, so she wouldn't feel reluctant to part with it. As soon as Zhao Yun walked out of the door of the third branch, she saw Li Chuang's figure coming out of their kitchen sneakily. She didn't know what she was doing. Zhao Yun frowned. Thinking about it, she felt that it couldn't be anything good. A bad premonition came to her mind. Zhao Yun rushed into the kitchen and opened the lid of the pot. Sure enough, as she expected, half of the intestines in the pot were missing. At first glance, she knew that someone had secretly eaten some. They probably thought that she didn't know. She probably wouldn't have noticed that a little was missing. However, they didn't know that Zhao Yun had a good memory. Just how much was left? Zhao Yun also remembered clearly. Zhao Yun immediately looked suspiciously at Li Chuang. In addition, she had just sneaked out of their room. Thinking about it, she knew that she must have done it. Zhao Yun was a little angry as she chased after Li Chuang. She was happy that her second sister-in-law didn't want to be a good person. Why did she have to be a thief? Zhao Yun followed for a while and arrived at the back of old Zhao's house. Seeing that Li Chuang was sneaking around and doing something, Zhao Yun's cold voice drifted over. Second aunt, what are you doing? Li Chuang didn't expect someone to follow behind her. She was so shocked that the clay pot in her hand almost fell to the ground. Yun, girl, you? Why are you following me? Zhao Yun smiled and said, Second aunt, tell me. Why do you think I'm following me? Li Chuang pursed her lips. How would I know why you followed me? Zhao Yun snorted softly. Second aunt, you really know how to play the fool. Who's pretending? You lass, what are you trying to say? I don't understand. If you have something to say, just say it. Li Chuang covered the clay pot in her hand as she spoke. Zhao Yun sneered in her heart. Her second aunt was really thick-skinned. She would never admit it even if she was beaten to death. Second aunt, since you don't want to say it, then I'll say it. You snuck into my kitchen just now. Did you steal something from my house? Li Chuang suddenly felt guilty. Who stole from your house? You didn't? Then what is second aunt hiding behind her body? Zhao Yun curled her lips coldly. That's enough, second aunt. I've already seen it. Don't deny it. This is the first time we've encountered a thief. And it's even from our own family. Aren't you ashamed to say it out loud? Zhao Yun deliberately raised her voice so that the rest of old Zhao's family could hear her. As expected, Zhao Yun's voice attracted the attention of old Zhao's family. Chapter 684. When she heard Zhao Yun's voice, she asked, Yuner, you said that someone stole something. Who stole something from our family? Zhao Yuner felt that there was no need to save face for someone as thick-skinned as Li Chuang. She smirked and pointed at Li Chuang. Of course it's second aunt. There's no one else here except her. Zhao Baoshan looked at Li Chuang coldly and asked, Second daughter-in-law, what exactly did you steal? How could you steal something from third brother's family? Father, I didn't. Li Chuang lowered her head and replied guiltily. You're still denying it? What exactly are you hiding? Hurry up and take it out for us to see. Li Chuang felt helpless and took out the clay jar behind her. Isn't it just a clay pot? Who would steal it? Second aunt, are you really using it? Is there something hidden in it? Zhao Yun's sharp eyes fell on Li Chuang. Zhao Yun was referring to the pig intestines. Li Chuang probably used the clay jar to store the pig intestines and was hiding behind the house to eat them alone. Li Chuang's heart clenched. What? Don't spout nonsense. If you don't have it, show it to us and we'll know. Zhao Yun stepped forward and was about to snatch the clay jar from Li Chuang. You little girl, why are you trying to snatch it? If I say it's not there, then it's not there. Believe her? How could that be? Li Chuang looked like she was up to something. Zhao Yun didn't give Li Chuang a chance and snatched the clay jar from Li Chuang's hands. However, when Zhao Yun opened it, she was stunned. What was inside was not intestines, but herbs. These herbs seemed to be fried in a clay pot later. Second sister-in-law, my fat sausage? Did you eat it or hide it somewhere? You sneaked into my kitchen just now. When I went to check, there were fewer fat intestines. Don't tell me you don't know and didn't eat them. Zhao Yun asked coldly. Zhao Yun then realized that Zhao Yun was talking about fat sausage. She replied a little angrily, I'm not the one who eats your intestines. Why are you asking me? When I went to your kitchen, I saw Tianan holding a bowl in his hand. Why didn't you say that he was the one who ate the intestines? Why are you blaming me? Zhao Yun frowned and fell silent after hearing Li Chuang's words. Zhao Tianan? That silly little brother of his? If it was someone else, Zhao Yun probably wouldn't believe Li Chuang's words. However, when it came to Zhao Tianan, she really believed it. After all, her little brother's behavior was indeed a little abnormal today. He finished eating so early and ran out. She didn't know where he went. Moreover, he was thinking about sending fat sausage to Ma Xiaofeng. With this thought, Zhao Yun guessed that he probably secretly sent fat sausage to Ma Xiaofeng. Zhao Yun's heart was very uncomfortable. There was a feeling of disappointment. Why did her little brother, who used to be very honest, become like this now? It was fine if he sent fat sausage. At most, he could tell her and beg her. He secretly scooped some fat sausage and sent it to Ma Xiaofeng. In fact, to put it bluntly, he had become a traitor because he had a woman he liked. Zhao Yun was very disappointed, but she also felt helpless. Chapter 685. It was just that he had someone he liked. Was it necessary to do such a thing to his own family because of this person? Or could it be that the many years that he and his siblings had spent together were not as good as the relationship between him and Ma Xiaofeng? Zhao Yun did not care about the herbs in Li Chuang's jar, but old Zhao's family did. Hua Chunhua asked, Second daughter-in-law, what are you doing? Are you preparing to decoct the medicine? Li Chuang was so guilty that he did not know how to answer. All right, you little bee asterisk teeth. Tell me quickly, where did you get the money to buy the medicine? Did you steal my money? She had been wondering how she had lost the 3 taels of silver. If the culprit was not an outsider, then it must be her family. However, her own family had not been able to find out who it was. She did not expect that the culprit would be exposed now. Mother, I didn't steal the money. Li Chuang quickly denied. Hua Chunhua was angry. You be asterisk teach, how dare you say that you didn't steal the money? If you didn't take the money, then who stole it? Where did you get the money to buy the medicine? Hua Chunhua walked in front of Li Chuang, grabbed Li Chuang's hair, and slapped Li Chuang's body twice. As she slapped, she scolded, how did the family raise such an ungrateful person like you? How could you do such a thing? If word got out, you would be laughed at. This is the first time I've seen a family member do such a thing. I say, do you still want to be a human after this? Li Chuang was beaten very badly by Hua Chunhua, but he still defended himself. Mother, I didn't steal it. I really didn't steal it. You're still denying it. If you continue to deny it, I'll tear your mouth apart. Hua Chunhua became angrier and angrier as she beat Li Chuang. She wanted to beat him to death. But Li Chuang's miserable cries rang out. You bitch, let's see if you dare to steal again next time. If you steal again, I'll break your legs. Li Chuang was crying miserably, but he was still shouting, Mother, I really didn't steal it. It was Tianyu's father. What? Tianyu's father stole it? Ooh, that's right. Hua Chunhua's sharp eyes swept over Zhao Wenshui again. Zhao Wenshui also complained bitterly, Mother, I did it for the treatment. You didn't give me any money, so I had no choice. In the end, I took it myself. If you had given me the money, I would have been fine. Zhao Wenshui began to defend himself, but Hua Chunhua was stunned. Treatment? What illness are you treating? Mother, it's the disease that Tianyu's mother told you about. Mother, Tianyu's father can't do it, so it's best to treat him. I asked you for money before, but not only did you not give it to me, you even scolded me. At that time, I didn't want it. Tianyu's father asked me to. Li Chuang was afraid that Hua Chunhua would blame everything on her again. After all, Zhao Wenshui was Hua Chunhua's son. Even if Hua Chunhua wanted to blame him, she wouldn't blame him too much. She wouldn't hit him as hard as she hit him. After Li Chuang finished speaking, the onlookers were stunned. Only now did they realize that Zhao Wenshui couldn't do it. Mother, you can't look at your own son like that. I'm a man. Zhao Wenshui said embarrassedly. Hua Chunhua glanced at Li Chuang and then at Zhao Wenshui. She was so angry. These two disgraces. Chapter 686. Hua Chunhua said angrily. Since they insisted on asking for money, she would not settle the matter with them. However, they had to return the rest of the money to her. 3 taels of silver was not a small amount. She estimated that only 1 tael of silver was needed to buy the medicine. That meant that there were still 2 taels of silver left. These 2 people must have kept the rest in their pockets. Mother! When Hua Chunhua said that, Zhao Wenshui and Liang Jinxiao seemed to be in a more difficult position. They did spend some money on buying the medicine, but a part of it was used to buy snacks. Both of them were gluttons. They bought a lot of peanuts, melon seeds, and other things. Even so, they spent a lot of money on these things. Now, they only had a few hundred copper coins left from the 3 taels of silver. Where would they get the money to return to Hua Chunhua? The medicine is expensive. There's not much left. Hua Chunhua snorted coldly. She did not listen to Zhao Wenshui and Li Chuang's nonsense. Expensive? How expensive can it be? Did you spend 3 taels of silver? I don't believe it. You two bitches, I'll ask the doctor later how much you spent on the medicine. When Hua Chunhua said that, Zhao Wenshui and Li Chuang suddenly panicked. After checking the account, they would find that they were short of a few hundred copper coins. Hua Chunhua would definitely ask them where they went. It would be strange if she did not scold them to death when she found out that they bought snacks. I'm your son. Don't you believe me? Zhao Wenshui said with a bitter face. Believe you? How can I believe you? You even stole money. If you weren't caught this time, you probably wouldn't admit it, right? Hua Chunhua scolded loudly. Mother, hurry up and give me the rest of the money. Mother, there's really not much left. Did the two of you secretly spend it for me? Did you? Oh my God, what sin have I committed to raise such an ungrateful person in my family? How dare you steal from your own family? If word of this got out, our old Zhao family won't be able to face anyone anymore. Hua Chunhua cried and patted her thigh. Mother, if second brother really stole the money, what about the other branches of our family? Feng Xianxia asked with some displeasure. After all, if the second branch stole the money, it would be unfair to the other branches. Why should the people of the second branch lose these 3 taels of silver for nothing? That's right, Mother. 3 taels of silver is not a small amount. Second brother and second sister-in-law spent so much money. The rest of our family didn't spend it. You can't be biased and just let it go. That's right, Mother. If you don't let second brother and second sister-in-law give an explanation, the rest of our family will learn from them and steal money. Hearing this, Hua Chunhua frowned. She was really frightened by her boss's family. Everyone in the family was stealing money. How could this be? No matter how much money the family had, it would be used up. Now that your second brother and second sister-in-law have stolen it, what can you do? They can't conjure up the money even if they want to. Mother, that won't do. Since they can't conjure up the money, we have to calculate other ways. Otherwise, the other branches of our family won't be willing to suffer this loss. Then tell me, how should we calculate it? Tell me. Mother, second brother and second sister-in-law have stolen money now. We'll remember the 3 taels of silver. When the other branches of our family split up, the 3 taels of silver that second brother and second sister-in-law stole will be recorded. Zhao Wenshi calculated and said, after all, it was only a matter of time before they split up. When the time came, they couldn't lose out. Chapter 687. Zhao Wenshi saw that Hua Chunhua had agreed, so he didn't pursue the matter. After all, he wouldn't be at a disadvantage. Luckily, he was smart enough to mention it early. Otherwise, the other branches would be at a disadvantage. Zhao Wenshi was happy, but Zhao Baoshan wasn't. He scolded Zhao Wenshi, "You brat, you only know how to be calculative. I'm not dead yet, but you're already thinking about splitting up." There was a reason for the third branch to split up. After all, they couldn't live together. However, the other branches didn't have a reason to split up. Father, I said it's in the future. Our family will split up in the future. I didn't say anything wrong. Zhao Wenshi pouted. Don't talk about this anymore. Go back now. Second brother needs to give him a good scolding. He can even do such a thing. Let's see if he'll do anything else shameful in the future. Zhao Baoshan continued with a cold face. Zhao Yun couldn't be bothered to listen to old Zhao's long-winded words. Whoever stole the money was their problem. It had nothing to do with her. Zhao Yun turned and entered the third branch's house. She took out the packed intestines. She first sent one to Mu Lan and the other to Miracle Dr. Hua. Mu Lianfeng had something to do in the afternoon. He wanted to send Zhao Yun over, but Zhao Yun rejected him. It was just sending something over. There was no need to trouble Mu Lianfeng. She could do it alone. She drove the little donkey to Miracle Dr. Hua's house. This time, she was slightly late, so Miracle Dr. Hua had already woken up from his afternoon nap. After Zhao Yun entered, Miracle Dr. Hua was still tending to her herbs. When he saw Zhao Yun, his hands paused for a moment. Girl, you're quite fast. You're here so early. Of course, Miracle Dr. Hua. I'm still counting on your medicine. I'd like to know what you can send over. Miracle Dr. Hua snorted. After so many years, he had seen all kinds of good things. Ordinary things really couldn't catch his eye. Miracle Dr. Hua, take a look and you'll know. Zhao Yun respectfully placed the items in front of Miracle Dr. Hua. Initially, Miracle Dr. Hua didn't even raise his eyebrows, but after Zhao Yun opened the lunchbox, a fragrant smell wafted into his nose. Miracle Dr. Hua's brows twitched a few times as he couldn't help but glance at the table. When he realized that he had never seen the things that Zhao Yuner had sent over, he immediately became curious. What is this? When Zhao Yuner saw that miracle physician Hua was very interested, her lips curled into a smile. Try it first. As Zhao Yuner spoke, she passed a pair of chopsticks over to Miracle Dr. Hua. Miracle Dr. Hua remained silent for a few seconds before accepting it. Alright then. I'll try it and see how it tastes. Miracle Dr. Hua couldn't wait any longer as he picked up a piece and put it into his mouth. The medicine boy by the side was already very surprised that Miracle Dr. Hua was willing to eat. After all, he had been with Miracle Dr. Hua for so long, but he had never seen anyone send over anything that Miracle Dr. Hua took a bite of. Miracle Dr. Hua chewed a few times before praising Zhao Yun. Girl, it's really delicious. This old man has never eaten something like this before. Hearing Miracle Dr. Hua's praise, Zhao Yuner's heart dropped. This was great. Miracle Dr. Hua was probably willing to give it to her. Chapter 688. Not long after, the large plate of intestines that Zhao Yuner had given him was all devoured by Miracle Dr. Hua. Miracle Dr. Hua's mouth was covered in grease. Zhao Yuner said, Miracle Dr. Hua, although it's delicious, you can't eat so much in one go. You'll get indigestion. This was the result of eating too much oil. Usually, Zhao Yun wouldn't dare to cook something that was too oily. She would mix meat and vegetables together to prevent stomach discomfort. However, she still had tea leaves at home. She could make some tea to clear the intestines. It wasn't easy for Miracle Dr. Hua to come across a dish that he liked, so how could he stop eating it? He waved his hand at Zhao Yun. It's all right, lass. It's rare for me to eat something like this. I usually can't eat so much. Miracle Dr. Hua was finding an excuse for himself, afraid that Zhao Yun would stop him. Zhao Yuner smiled. Since he said so, how could she stop him? All right, as long as you're happy. Delicious, delicious, lass. Can you tell me what this is made of? Miracle Dr. Hua took out a handkerchief to wipe his mouth as he asked Zhao Yun curiously. This is made from pig offal. Zhao Yun didn't hide anything and told Miracle Dr. Hua. Pig offal? Miracle Dr. Hua thought that he had heard wrongly. How could pig offal be so delicious? He had never heard of such a thing before. Yes, Miracle Dr. Hua. This is made from pig offal. Are you satisfied with today's meal? If you are, can you give me the medicine? After Zhao Yun mentioned the medicine, Miracle Dr. Hua fell silent. This, seeing Miracle Dr. Hua's troubled expression, Zhao Yun couldn't help but ask, Miracle Dr. Hua, are you still not satisfied? Are you going back on your words? Miracle Dr. Hua saw Zhao Yun's sullen expression and seemed to be angry. He quickly said, No, lass, I didn't say that I wouldn't give you the medicine. Then what do you mean? That's... Miracle Dr. Hua suddenly didn't know what to say. After a shy laugh, he turned to Zhao Yuner and said, It's like this, little girl. You gave me pig offal and I thought it was really delicious, but I didn't have enough. How about this? If you can give me a few more times, I'll give you the medicine. At this moment, Miracle Dr. Hua was nothing but a glutton in Zhao Yuner's eyes. This request was not excessive, and Zhao Yuner readily agreed. All right, but Miracle Dr. Hua, are you sure you'll give me the medicine if I continue to deliver it for a few more days? Of course. Definitely. This old man has never gone back on his word in all these years. I'm a man of my word. Zhao Yuner chose to believe him. As a godly doctor, if he didn't even have this bit of credibility, how could he continue living? All right, Divine Dr. Hua, it's a deal then. All right, lass, don't worry, this old man will give you the best medicine. Not only will it remove your scars, it will also make your skin smooth and fair. Zhao Yuner heard Miracle Dr. Hua's words and felt that it was a miracle. His medicine could have such effects? Got it, Miracle Dr. Hua. I'll send it over later, but I might be busy on Qingming Festival, so I won't be able to send it over. Miracle Dr. Hua waved his hand and said, It's fine to rest for a day. I'll wait for you. All right. The two of them chatted happily for a while before Zhao Yuner bade farewell. Chapter 689. After Zhao Yun left, the medical assistant asked Miracle Dr. Hua, "Master, do you still want to eat the other 2 dishes? If you don't want to eat, I'll take them away." Miracle Dr. Hua glanced at the mushrooms and red braised pork on the table. He wasn't interested in these 2 dishes since he had tasted them before. Especially the red braised pork. He had tasted all kinds of dishes and was sick of it now. On second thought, Zhao Yun's cooking wasn't bad. If she could make pig offal so delicious, wouldn't she be able to make other dishes even better? "Let me try it first," Miracle Dr. Hua said. "Yes, Master." Miracle Dr. Hua said as he picked up a piece of mushroom. The fresh taste made his body tremble. He couldn't believe that it could be so delicious. After taking a bite, she quickly tasted the red braised meat. Before eating, she began to look forward to it. She reckoned that it would give her an unexpected surprise. As expected, when she ate it and tasted it, she could not help but praise it. "Delicious, delicious. I didn't expect red braised pork to be so delicious." This time, Miracle Dr. Hua was conquered by Zhao Yun's culinary skills. How could this girl be so amazing? She gave him such a huge surprise. "But, do you still want to take it away?" "No. Leave it there, I'll continue eating," Miracle Dr. Hua said. "Yes, Master," the medical assistant replied. Miracle Dr. Hua continued to eat until his stomach was full. "I can't eat anymore. Why did my stomach become so small?" Miracle Dr. Hua was puzzled. If it was in the past, he would have swallowed all the food into his stomach. Burp burp, Miracle Dr. Hua let out 2 loud burps. "Master, I think you should stop eating. Don't overeat yourself," the medical assistant said worriedly. Miracle Dr. Hua nodded. "All right then, I'll stop eating." Looking at the remaining food, he couldn't wait to swallow it all. Unfortunately, his stomach couldn't hold it. "Forget it, I'll heat it up for dinner. Otherwise, I won't have anything to eat tonight." Zhao Yun drove the donkey back to the village. There was nothing else to do in the afternoon, so he went to take a look at the foundation. If there was anything he could help with, he could help. When they arrived at the land belonging to old Zhao's family, several men began to work. Before building a house, the foundation had to be leveled and the ground had to be leveled before the house could be built. The piece of land that Zhao Yun bought was at the foot of the mountain. It was uneven and needed to be rectified. The afternoon sun shone brightly. The men exerted all their strength and were covered in sweat. "Dad, 2 uncles, don't worry, you can rest for a while and then work." Zhao Yun saw that the men were tired enough, so she said, "It's fine. Yun, you're underestimating us. Do you know how many times I've done more tiring things than this? I've only done it for a short while. It's nothing. Yeah, there's no need to rest. We'll rest when we're tired." Zhao Yun agreed. "All right then, I'll bring you some water first." "Okay." The men nodded. They worked hard and their mouths were indeed dry. Zhao Yun prepared to go back and brew some tea for them to quench their thirst. Anyway, she had plenty of tea leaves at home. It was enough to drink. When they reached home, Zhao Yun quickly boiled a pot of water and brewed some tea before bringing it over. Chapter 690. When Zhao Yun arrived, Zhao Tianan happened to walk over and was about to help. Zhao Wenan walked up to Zhao Yun and greeted her. Zhao Yun ignored Zhao Tianan. She was angry because of what Zhao Tianan did today. Zhao Tianan noticed that Zhao Yun was in a bad mood and didn't want to talk to him. He frowned and asked nervously, "Second sister, why are you ignoring me? Did I do something to upset you?" Zhao Yun replied faintly, "What do you think you did to upset me?" Zhao Tianan suddenly felt a little guilty and didn't know how to answer. "What's wrong with you?" Zhao Yun curled her lips and asked. "Second sister, I don't know what I did to upset you. Can you tell me so that I can feel at ease?" Zhao Yun didn't know if her brother was pretending or if Zhao Tianan thought that she didn't notice what he did. "You've been gone for so long. Where did you go?" "Second sister, I went to Xiaofeng's house." Zhao Tianan lowered his head and replied timidly. "Why did you go to her house?" Zhao Yun continued to ask. Zhao Tianan couldn't answer, but his ears turned red. Tianan, actually, second sister doesn't want to talk about you. I know that you secretly sent some pig offal to Ma Xiaofeng, right? Second sister? But Zhao Tianan didn't expect Zhao Yuner to find out and suddenly felt ashamed. Zhao Yuner sighed. Tianan, in fact, second sister doesn't blame you for sending it over. Why didn't you discuss it with second sister before you sent it? What's the difference between you and stealing our family's things? Zhao Tianan lowered his head even more. Second sister, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done this. I saw that pig offal was so delicious, so I wanted to send some to Xiaofeng. I was afraid that you wouldn't let me. Zhao Yuner secretly sighed. To put it bluntly, in Zhao Tianan's heart, he weighed her, his second sister, and Ma Xiaofeng. That was, if there was any conflict between her and Ma Xiaofeng, he would definitely choose to stand on Ma Xiaofeng's side without hesitation. It was useless to talk about it now. Zhao Yuner was too lazy to talk about it. If she obstructed him too much, he might not even want to acknowledge her as his second sister. Second sister, don't be angry with me, okay? Xiaofeng is actually very good. I like her. I really want to be with her. Zhao Yuner replied faintly, I won't care about your marriage. When the time comes, father and mother will arrange it for you. If you have any requests, just tell them. Zhao Tianan knew that Zhao Yuner was angry with him. But what could he say? Second sister, go and help father with his work. Yes, yes. Zhao Yuner greeted the men, put down the tea, and went back first. The whole family continued to eat dinner together. Because the two men were here, a few more dishes were prepared to go with wine. The next day, Zhao Yuner, Liang Jinxiao, and Mu Lan went to the town together to set up a stall. At 6 or 7 o'clock, Yi Li came. Zhao Yuner greeted him with a smile as usual. What do you want to eat today? Anything, Yi Li said in a slightly cold voice. Chapter 691. All right then, I'll just give you some random medicine. Go and take a seat first. Zhao Yuner said. Yi Li didn't respond. Instead, he stood in front of Zhao Yuner and didn't move an inch. Zhao Yuner looked up with a puzzled expression. Yi Li, why aren't you taking a seat? There weren't many people at the moment, so it was perfect for them to sit down. If they waited until later, there wouldn't be any seats left. This is for you. Yi Li handed over a small bottle. Zhao Yuner was stunned. She looked at Yi Li in confusion. This is the ointment for your scar removal. Zhao Yuner was even more stunned. Her scar removal ointment? Where did this guy get it from? He found a random doctor and even asked for it from Miracle Dr. Hua. Take it? Yi Li urged. Oh. Zhao Yuner was stunned for a moment, but she still took it. Can I ask you a question? Zhao Yuner couldn't help but ask. She was still curious. If she didn't ask, she would probably feel very uncomfortable. Yi Li replied, ask away. This scar removal ointment, did you get it from Miracle Dr. Hua? Yi Li hesitated for a moment, but still nodded in the end. Zhao Yuner was even more confused. Didn't Miracle Dr. Hua not give his ointment to people casually? Why did Yi Li arrive so quickly? Miracle Dr. Hua gave it to you so easily? Why didn't he give it to me when I went? Zhao Yuner couldn't help but ask. Yi Li's lips curled slightly, as if he was smiling. I went and gave him a beating. Naturally, he handed it over obediently, Yi Li said casually, as if it was a normal thing. Zhao Yuner was once again convinced by Yi Li's words. You gave Miracle Dr. Hua a beating? She could almost imagine that scene. With Yi Li's personality, he wouldn't argue with others. Miracle Dr. Hua would probably beat him up when he tried to negotiate. Miracle Dr. Hua was beaten up badly. No matter how strong a person was he going to be, he would still obediently hand over the ointment. Yi Li replied. He didn't forget to add, for some people and some things, if talking doesn't work, you can just use violence. It's simpler and more straightforward. It saves you trouble. Zhao Yuner didn't know if Yi Li was educating her. However, although this man was a little violent, he still had a kind of incoherent charm. He was a good boyfriend. If any woman became his girlfriend, she would probably be protected by Yili. Zhao Yuner pursed her lips. What you said makes sense. In the future, if I encounter such situations, I will consider using violence. Yili replied. If you can't beat him, you can call me. I will be there at your call. Zhao Yuna was amused by Yili. Why did she suddenly feel that this man was a little cute? This medicine. Thank you. Hurry and sit down and eat. You can eat whatever you want today. Since you gave me the medicine, I have to give you something good to eat. Alright, there's also some pig offal. Here. Zhao Yuner took out the food box. There wasn't much pig offal left. There were only 8 or 9 pieces left. This was just for Yili to try. She would make more today. Everyone at home would like it. Chapter 692. Take your time. I'll bring some more for you tomorrow. There isn't much today, Zhao Yuner said. But although it wasn't much, Yili ate with relish. Zhao Yuner turned around and continued with her work. She glanced at the medicine bottle in her hand and felt an indescribable feeling in her heart. It would be a lie to say that she wasn't touched that someone was suddenly concerned about her and was so considerate of her. However, this feeling was limited to being touched. If someone was nice to her, she would be nice to them too. This was a mutual relationship. If she needed help in the future, she would help Yili. At least with her around, this man wouldn't be in such dire straits like before. Mulan smiled as she came over and said to Zhao Yun, did you see that? He's thinking about you. That's enough, sister-in-law Mulan. What's the point of saying this? Can I abandon the heir presumptive and choose a new father for Daodu? Mulan frowned as she thought about it. I don't think so. Then you should live happily with the heir presumptive. I won't make fun of you in the future. Okay. At about 8 o'clock in the morning, when the breakfast stall was busy, Zhao Yun's second aunt and cousin came over again. When she saw Liang Jinfen, Zhao Yun felt a headache coming on. This woman was tormenting her to the point that she was afraid of her. She didn't know why she was here now. Liang Jinfen didn't go forward. Instead, she stood to the side and observed Zhao Yun's business. After observing for a while, she realized that Zhao Yun's business was really good. People came and went, one after another. There was an endless stream of people and there was even a long queue. She had never seen such a scene in front of other stalls before. Liang Jinfen did some calculations. The people coming and going added up to at least 1 tael of silver a day. After a month, that would be a considerable amount of income. A lot of jealousy suddenly appeared in his heart. What should she do now? Her eldest sister's family was going to be rich. Liang Jinfen was a little unhappy to see others making so much money. When there were fewer people, Liang Jinfen dragged Su Zhaodi to Zhao Yun's stall. Seeing Liang Jinfen, Zhao Yun didn't raise her head and pretended that she didn't see Liang Jinfen at all. Liang Jinfen opened her mouth and said, "Big sister, Yun, your breakfast stall's business is really good." For the sake of his pride, Liang Jinxiao could only reply to Liang Jinfen, "It's all right, big sis. It's not all right, it's extremely good. There's no other stall in Yang City that's as lively as yours." Liang Jinxiao pursed his lips. "We're just doing a small business. Although there are many people, we don't actually make much money. How can we compare to the in-laws who take in younger brothers? They make a lot of money just by making a small sum." "Aya, you can't say that. Your business is still doing well. There are so many people, it's very busy. It's just the 3 of you at the stall. I don't know if you can handle it." "It's all right. Although it's a little busy, we can handle it," Liang Jinxiao said. Liang Jinfen went forward and smiled embarrassedly. "Big sis, since there are so many people at your place, why don't you find a helper and I'll help you? Since I have nothing to do at home, why don't I come over and help you manage your business? We're family, we should help where we can, don't you think so?" Chapter 693. As the saying goes, a weasel pays a New Year's visit to a chicken with ill intentions. This Liang Jinfen was naturally up to no good when she offered to help. Zhao Yun's cold voice rang out. Second aunt, there's no need. Just take care of yourself. You don't have to worry about my family's business. With Zhao Yun's reply, Liang Jinfen's plan was foiled. She asked angrily, You silly girl, why are you so insensible? I'm doing this for your sake, but you have such an attitude. Seriously? Zhao Yun snorted coldly. Second aunt, what's wrong with my attitude? I don't want you to be busy because I feel sorry for you. How did I become insensible? You're an elder. I understand that I can't let you be tired. Liang Jinfen was a little discouraged by Zhao Yun's words. However, she was still very indignant. Why do you feel sorry for me? Your family is so busy. The three of us can't handle everything. It's so good to have a helper. Everyone can be less tired and take on less work. Liang Jinfen said a lot of things. She just wanted Zhao Yun to agree to let her help at her breakfast stall. Second aunt, I understand what you're saying. However, I have to pay a helper. My family is poor. Every cent is good. If I can hire a helper for free, I'll definitely be willing. Second aunt, since you want to help our family so much, you won't mind the money if you come to help, right? After all, we're relatives. You're not helping me to earn money, right? Zhao Yun's words directly ruined Liang Jinfen's plan. She wasn't a fool. Naturally, she knew what Liang Jinfen's motive was. There was no free lunch in this world. Naturally, others wouldn't help you for free. If he really agreed to let Liang Jinfen come over, he would at least give her some salary, not to mention giving her a share of the earnings. It would be inappropriate to give her too little. Psst. Yuna girl, look at you. What are you talking about? Who would work for free without paying? Zhao Yuner pretended to sigh helplessly and said, Yeah, if that's the case, then forget it. In any case, the three of us can work well. Why should we waste this money? You little girl. Liang Jinfen said angrily, Why are you helping an outsider to make money without thinking about your family? I've never seen someone as ungrateful as you. Zhao Yuner knew that Liang Jinfen was referring to Mulan. She shouldn't have helped Mulan earn money but not her second aunt. The corner of Zhao Yuner's mouth twitched. She was amazed. Her second aunt was really obsessed with money. She didn't know what to say. Second aunt, you're wrong to say that. Sister-in-law Mulan and I are partners. We're doing business together to make money. I'm not the one guiding her. You? Liang Jinfen bit her lower lip. She was furious. She really couldn't win against Zhao Yuner when it came to talking. Second aunt, please make way. My guest still wants to buy things. Zhao Yuner urged, and there was a bit of disgust in her tone. Brother Zhao and I haven't eaten yet. We want to eat here. Liang Jinfen rolled her eyes and said, she wouldn't be satisfied if she didn't take advantage of Zhao Yuner. Second sister, come in and have a seat if you want to eat. Liang Jinxiao greeted. She didn't want to waste time arguing with Liang Jinfen and affect the customers behind. Chapter 694. Liang Jinfen waved at Su Zhaodi and invited her into the house for breakfast. Su Zhaodi's skin was much thinner than Liang Jinfen's, so she was too embarrassed to go in and eat. Liang Jinfen urged her again, Zhaodi, what are you doing? Hurry up and come in. Mom, is it okay for us to do this? Su Zhaodi whispered into Liang Jinfen's ear. Su Zhaodi knew her mother well. She definitely wouldn't pay after eating. If Zhao Yun were to humiliate him, that would be a loss of face. After all, there were so many people in front of Zhao Yun's breakfast stall. Not okay? What's wrong with it? Why don't you eat such delicious breakfast? Zhaodi, you're pregnant. You have to take care of your body and eat more good food. Liang Jinfen's face darkened. He didn't think that there was anything wrong with eating at Zhao Yun's place. Su Zhaodi was still frowning. She looked troubled. Okay, let's not talk about it. Zhaodi, hurry up and come in. There are seats available. Otherwise, there won't be any seats left. Su Zhaodi sighed. She hoped that her mother wouldn't cause too much trouble with Zhao Yun later. Otherwise, it would be very embarrassing if other people saw it. They were freeloading on food and drinks. Second sister, what do you want to eat? Liang Jinxiao went forward and asked. Anything is fine. Big sister, give me all the good food in your stall. Liang Jinfin ordered. Second sister, we have a lot of food in our stall. If we give you all of it, how can you eat it? Why can't I eat it? Zhaodi and I are alone. Liang Jinfin replied unhappily. Liang Jinxiao sighed. Okay then, he hoped that the two of them could finish it. After a while, Liang Jinxiao gave Liang Jinfin and Su Zhaodi all the food on the table. Although Liang Jinfin's life in her husband's house was quite good, she couldn't eat good food every day and every meal. The food from Zhao Yun'er's stall was a rare delicacy for them. Thus, they lowered their heads and began to eat. Zhaodi more. You're pregnant, you have to eat for two. Liang Jinfin ate while she was eating, beckoned Su Zhaodi to eat. Mother, I know. I can eat it myself. Let me take it myself. Okay, you can eat more, don't only eat a little bit. Got it, mother? It's so. Liang Jinfin ate a lot of meat on a daily basis. She could eat a meal every 10 days or half a month, but the meat she cooked was naturally not as good as Zhao Yun'er's. Su Zhaodi nodded in agreement. No wonder Yun'er's business is so good. The food she cooks is really good. Everyone must come here to eat it. That's true. With such skills, how can no one come? Liang Jinfin ate, jealousy welled up in her heart. Sometimes, people relied on luck to make money. When luck came, they could make a lot of money just by being good at cooking. Then let's finish eating today and come back tomorrow. Liang Jinfin thought for a while and said. Anyway, she was thick-skinned and wasn't shy. It wouldn't matter if she came back again to eat and drink. Mom, is this okay? Su Zhaodi asked worriedly. Chapter 695. Mother, all right. Stop talking. If you don't want to eat, I'll come tomorrow myself, Liang Jinfin said angrily. Ever since Su Zhaodi became pregnant, she had been craving for food and felt that she wanted to eat all kinds of food. Although her in-laws were rich, they were also very frugal. The food they ate was not bad, but it was not good either. Naturally, it could not be compared to the food Zhao Yun'er ate here. Hence, she quickly said to Liang Jinfin, Mother, I'll come over with you tomorrow. Okay, let's eat more today. Okay. Liang Jinfin and Su Zhaodi were full, but they still did not finish the food on the table. There was less than half of it left. When Liang Jinxiao saw it, he sighed and said, Second sister, I told you that you can't finish so much food. Look, there's still a lot left. Liang Jinfin did not think that they were spending his money, so he replied nonchalantly, So what? Big sister, can you help us pack the leftovers? Zhaodi and I can bring them home and continue eating, right? Liang Jinxiao said, Okay, I'll pack it for you. The leftovers would not be eaten by the two of them. It would be a waste to leave so much leftovers. It was better to let Liang Jinfin and Su Zhaodi bring it home. Liang Jinxiao took the butter paper and quickly wrapped the leftovers for Liang Jinfin. Thank you, big sister. Zhaodi and I ate very well today. We'll come again tomorrow. After taking the breakfast wrapped by Liang Jinxiao, Liang Jinfin pulled Su Zhaodi and was about to leave when Zhao Yun'er stopped him. Second aunt, did you forget something? Liang Jinfin was stunned and looked at Zhao Yun'er in confusion. Yun'er, what did I forget? Second aunt, you're really good at playing the fool. You've eaten so much at my stall and haven't paid for it yet. Why are you leaving? Hearing that Zhao Yun'er wanted her to pay, Liang Jinfin exploded. Su Zhaodi also frowned and looked worried. She was afraid that this would happen, but she didn't expect it to still happen. Yun'er, what are you talking about? Your family's breakfast stall is doing so well and makes so much money. Your second aunt came over to eat some food and you're like this. You're still asking me for money? Where's your conscience? Zhao Yun'er smirked, finding it ridiculous. Second aunt, it's not right for you to say that. Even blood-related brothers settle accounts clearly. You and your cousin have eaten so much from my stall. It's fine if you eat for free, But you said just now that you'll come back tomorrow. Aren't you planning to eat and drink for free here? I only ate so much. Compared to what you've earned, it's not even worth mentioning, okay? Big sister. I only ate a little of your food and look at Yunner's attitude. You should talk to her. Second aunt, you're really interesting. You've eaten so much and it's a total of 180 copper coins. Is this a small amount? I don't even know how much I can earn in a day and you've already taken so much. There are so many elders and relatives. If everyone comes to eat like you, how can I continue my business? I think it's better to close this stall as soon as possible. Zhao Yunner said sarcastically. Chapter 696. There were many people in front of Zhao Yunner's stall. In their eyes, Liang Jinfan's behavior was too shameless. Although relatives shouldn't be so calculative, it didn't mean that they shouldn't be calculative. Liang Jinfan ate 180 copper coins in one go. Not only did he eat, but he also ate and took food. Before eating, Zhao Yun didn't say that she would give Liang Jinfan free food. It was Liang Jinfan who sat down and started to order food. After eating, he even prepared to leave without saying goodbye. He completely treated eating at Zhao Yun's stall as a matter of course. I've never seen such a shameless person. I'm embarrassed to say such things. Isn't that so? If it were an ordinary person, they wouldn't be embarrassed. How can he be so self-righteous when he freeloads? If it were my relatives, I definitely wouldn't let them eat for free. Yeah. He ate and took food, and he's preparing to come over tomorrow. How thick-skinned must he be to do such a thing? Since she's the second aunt, shouldn't she help with the business? It's fine if she doesn't give more money, but she still wants to take so much. I've seen it for myself. Luckily, I don't have such relatives. These people were all on Zhao Yunner's side. Liang Jinfan was defined as a shameless person by the onlookers. Even Su Zhaodi, who was beside Liang Jinfan, couldn't help but be criticized. Ah, isn't that the third daughter-in-law of the Huang family? Is that woman her mother? Someone recognized Su Zhaodi and gossiped. Should be. I saw that woman stay at the Huang family for a long time. She's been freeloading at the Huang family and hasn't left yet. No wonder. She's used to being shameless and always wants to take advantage of others. Sigh, how did the Huang family get married to such a person? I think the third daughter-in-law of the Huang family is the same. Who would drag her maternal family to her in-laws' house to freeload? The honest Huang family was bullied just like that. Saliva could drown a person to death. Su Zhaodi was not a thick-skinned person. She would remember what others said that affected her greatly. Therefore, when she heard the discussion around her, her whole face flushed red, and her ears began to burn. It was very uncomfortable. Mum, let's give the money to Yuna. She ate so much of Yunner's food, so we should pay her. How could Liang Jinfan be happy? 180 copper coins was not a small sum. She only had so little money in her private savings. How could she be willing to give Zhao Yun so much to eat all at once? Besides, if she knew that eating Zhao Yunner's food would cost money, she wouldn't have come over to eat. After all, it was not cheap. Why should Zhao Yunner take advantage of it? Earned her money? No. I won't give it to you. Zhao Yunner's eyes turned cold. Before Zhao Yunner could react, Yili jumped out and pulled out his sword. He placed it on Liang Jinfan's neck and said coldly to Liang Jinfan, either you give me the money or you die. It's your choice. Liang Jinfan was scared out of his wits. How could he dare not to give up the money? I'll give, all right. Liang Jinfan grimaced and touched his pocket. Here. I don't have money. What do I do? Liang Jinfan's legs trembled as he asked nervously. Yi Li's sharp gaze turned to Liang Jinfan. You're tuning in to the Wang Lin's Journey YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.